Check, check.
Where are you seeing? Oh, yeah.
All right.
All right, we want to thank a lot of people here. Our lead starter tonight, Dr. Michelle Linnae, assisted by Jessica Devon. Chief of Distance, Brooke Graham. Markers, Ben Shute, Matt Graves, and others who didn't make the list. We apologize. Thanks to Jill Braybeck, Christine Russell, Amy Tyrone, Liz Baldwin, Kristen Figus. He's Andrew. I'm Joey.
Hello.
Chris Johnson, Chelsea Hodge, Dana Miller, and Laura Graham. Thank you. And we'll try to get some of the other distance markers' names, give you some due props as well. Today, our technical delegation consists of Paul Andrews, Chief of Comp Larry Glick, the Assistant Technical Delegate and Judge today wearing two hats, Scott Clayton, and a big thank you to Scott Clayton for getting my boiler going a couple weeks ago.
All right.
HS20
Here we go.
Alpine Female.
HS20 Alpine Female. Bib number 1, Tatum Shoot. These are competition jumps to count, ladies and gentlemen.
Here we
They had their
go.
trial earlier.
2 to count, had practice, no trial. Tatum making great strides this season. On the HS20, we're going to see a nice looking jump from T coming from mid-station, the hardest left turn in sports.
Nice pop for Tatum there. Got that warm jacket unzipped underneath.
Is Brooks having issues with his... They're still talking about it.
A really nice jump there from Tatum Shoot. We'll bring you the distance momentarily.
Is distance on Tatum yet?
Hey Brooks, we're not hearing you on
11.5 meters. Well done, Maddie.
And next up, bib number 3, Livia Spector, spending a little bit of time on the podiums this season in the Wednesday night jump series.
First one from the attic tonight on the jump skis. Here we go.
Nice bright orange helmet, big pop,
Wow.
nice and easy, hands to the side, nice and calm in the air.
That's a nice looking jump, Livia. Good job.
Number 3, Livia Spector, 17.5.
Wow, Joey.
Livia Spector,
Whole new ball game all of a sudden, ladies and gentlemen. That's the difference between the mid station and the top. 17.5
Bib number
meters
70 is a
for
scratch.
Livia
Bib
Spector.
number 4, Lily Stein.
All right, bib number 4, Lily Stein, moving into the HS20 U10 female category.
But be followed by Nova Lake Van Wyck, Clara Keller, Emma Wingard, and Ellie Friedman with a few more to follow.
Here we go. Great pop. Nice pop from all of the jumpers so far tonight, Joey.
Looking good. What a great way to start the competition,
Bib
Mr.
number
Miller.
4, Lily Stein, 11.5. Bib number 4.
Another double-digit jump, 11.5 meters for Lily Stein.
Bib number 5, Nova Lake Van Wyck.
Here comes Nova Lake Van Wyck.
To be followed by Clara Keller, one of the prettiest jumpers on the mountain. You'll see a beautiful telemark landing coming up here from bib number 6.
Here
But
comes Nova
first,
Lake.
bib number 5. Woo!
A little bit sideways off the, or a little imbalanced, maybe I'd say, off the takeoff, but controls it well in the air and brings it back together. Well done, Nova Lake.
One ski at a time onto the ground, but
Number
safely.
5, Van Wyck. 12 meters. 12 meters, sorry, Gunn.
12 meters
Bib
for
number
Nova Lake
6,
Van Wyck.
Clara Keller.
All right, watch this one here, folks. Looks like mid-station for Clara. Hardest left turn in sports. Safety first. You're going to see a beautiful pop and nice telemark landing here from Clara. And there it is, with flair.
I think she's wearing those extra reflective gloves so that the judges see that telly for sure.
Bib number 6, Clara Keller, 13 meters.
13 meters on the jump for Clara Keller, 13 meters.
Bib number 7, Emma Wingard.
Next up, bib number 7, Emma Wingard.
No Ken in here.
No.
He's wearing a yellow coat.
Yeah.
All right, here she comes from the top, ladies and gentlemen, Emma Wingard. Very nice jump for Emma there. Well done from the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club.
Bib number 7, Emma Wingard, 13.5 meters.
13.5 meters for Emma Wingard, 13.5.
Bib number 8, Ellie Friedman.
Ellie Friedman, my partner, likes to say this girl's got springs. Watch her pop up. The Friedmans have a very distinctive vertical pop as they come off. Here comes Ellie. Into the air, down the hill. Well done, Ellie.
Bib number 8, Ellie Friedman, 17.0.
All right, 17 meters for Ellie Friedman.
Lomax McCrank.
What a jump. All right, our first Park City Ski and Snowboard Club jumper, Lomax McCrank. Bib number 7 coming from the top. Bit of a homecoming for the McCranks. Wow, Lomax puts it down the hill very, very nicely. No stranger to this hill.
Bib number 9, Logan McCrank, 17.0 meters.
Another 17-meter jump.
Bib number 10, Valentina Brogy.
17 meters for Lomax McCrank. Next up, Valentina Brogy.
Are you okay with one?
Older sister Naya may be watching on the live stream at home or here in person. Naya, if you're around, come by and say hi. Here comes Valentina. Beautiful jump, great telemark landing. Well done, Valentina.
Bib number 10, Valentina Brogy, 18 meters. 18.
There's our new long jump of the night, ladies and gentlemen.
Bib
18
number
meters for
11,
Valentina
Zayna
Brogy.
Rind.
The starter calls out the familiar name of the Flying Z. Zayna Rind, bib number 11, representing the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club in today's championship. Double checks her bindings. Asks for permission from the coach and gets it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, make a bunch of noise for the Flying Z, Zayna Rind. Great jump, Z.
Bib number 11, Zayna Rind, 20 meters, 20.0.
Pushing the envelope just a bit further, taking this one to hill size. 20 meters for Zayna Rind. Job, Z.
HS20 Alpine Male, bib number 12 is a scratch. HS20 10 Male, bib number 13
Here we
is
go.
Cy Figus.
Bib number 13, lucky number 13 for Big Cy Figus. From the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club, from the attic, here comes Cy. Wow, Cy getting further and further and further down the hill every day.
Bib number 13, Cy Figus, 13 meters.
Wow, that's a 13-meter jump for Cy Figus. 13 meters, well done, Cy.
14, Brooklyn McCarthy.
Next up, Brecklin McCarthy from Steamboat Springs. Here comes Brecklin. Another big pop. The athlete's really going for it tonight.
Bib number 14, Brecklin McCarthy, 13.5 meters, 13.
13.5 meters for Brecklin
Bib
McCarthy.
number 15, Theo Gibnes.
Theo Gibnes, watch this one, ladies and gentlemen. Theo's really been coming into his own in the last few weeks. Right into that in-run position. There's that big pop down the hill. The markers get pushed to their limit there.
Number 15, Theo Gibnes, 19.5 meters.
19.5 meters for Theo Gibnes.
Bib number 16, Logan Van Overen.
Next up, Logan Van Overen, bib number 16.
Think we're gonna start calling Theo American Magic. I can't let that one get away.
All right, in motion now. Big pop for Logan.
Bib number 16, Logan Van Overen, 13 meters.
13 meters for Logan Van Overen.
Bib number 17, Xerxes.
Here comes the X-Man, Xerxes Law.
The X-Man. He
X-
lays it down.
The X-Man, the X-Factor.
Laying down the law.
Making that left-hand turn like a pro. Great composure there for X. Xerxes Law, ladies and gentlemen.
Xerxes. X-Man Law.
2 X's in that name.
Next up, C-Mac with 2 C's.
Bib number 18,
We'll bring you a distance on 17 in a second.
13.5.
13.5 meters for Xerxes Law. C-Mac Bigelow will be next up. Easy for me to say.
He'll be followed by Winston Whitten,
Wow,
Theo
C-Mac.
Mall, and Donovan Tolley from Park City Ski and
Number
Snowboard.
18, C-Mac Bigelow, 19 meters.
Wow, that's a
9.0.
big jump for
Bib
C-Mac.
number 19, Winston
19
Whitten.
meters for C-Mac Bigelow.
All right, here comes Double W right here, Winston Whitten.
WW. Oh, Winston right into that in-run position. Wow, way back down there towards that 20 mark for Winston Whitten.
Number 19, Winston Whitten, 19.5 meters. 19.5.
Bib number 20, Theo Law.
19.5 meters. We're starting to see some scores here. Can anybody catch the Flying Z at 20 meters so far? Long jump of the day. I think we're going to start to see some of those distances getting pushed here.
I will say, despite that rain made us all a little nervous to start, the jump seems to be in spectacular condition.
What a V position. Out jumping the last. This is going to be over 20. It's got to be.
I'm locking into my
Number 20,
10 spot
Theo
here.
Law, 20 meters. 20.
Well, his number is 20.
And his
Number 21,
distance,
Donovan
20 meters. All right. Park City Ski and Snowboard.
21.
Oh, there it is. Long jump of the day so far. Theo Mall, 21
Here comes Donovan Tolley
meters.
from Park City.
Number 21, Donovan Tolley, 20 meters.
20 meters for Donovan Tolley from Park City.
Bib 22, Luke Matthew.
All right.
22, Luke, we are your announcers. Matthew.
Luke. All right, double twos here. 22, Luke Matthew. Here
Look
he
at him, he's in
goes.
position. He's taking the pledge. He says, I pledge to do my best jump.
Watch this V position right here, folks. He really gets those skis out there. There it is.
Attaboy.
Bib number 22, Luke Matthew, 19 meters.
19 meters for Luke Matthew. That'll bring up
2030 is
That'll
a
bring up
scratch.
the story
Bib
of last
24,
Wednesday night.
Langdon Devon.
I'm sorry?
I thought you were going to say Ryder, but you saw
scratch.
it.
Langdon Devon next up, bib number 24.
I'm not just got accepted into Stanford Online High School, so tonight I should like
Here we go. All right, Langdon.
Cool. So what is it? It's a
Big jump again for Langdon. Nice V, nice telemark landing.
like smart high school.
Number 24, Langdon Devon, 21.5 meters.
21.5 meters for Langdon Devon. That's the long jump of the day.
Back with the HS20 Alpine female, bib number 1, Tatum Shoot.
Back to Tatum Shoot, HS20 Alpine Female.
Story continues for Langdon Devon, 21.5 meters. Wow. We have jumpers throwing it down here, 20s, 21s, 21.5s.
This is an HS20, ladies and gentlemen. You get up into those 19.5s to the low 21s, and that is a solid jump. Western Regional Championships, we flip the script back to the beginning, so we'll have Tatum Shoot, Maddie Butler, Livia Spector, our first three jumpers.
Kevin, can you tell me if anything's on the screen?
Michelle, the judges have to change cards. That's the delay.
Thank you.
Judges shuffle things around and do their official type things. Let's thank the judges. We got Mick O'Hara up there, Sally Wither, Scott Clayton, Alyssa Maines, and Glenn Jones. Thank you to you all for coming out this evening to mark these Small Hills competitions here at the Western Regional Championships, held alternately every year between Park City and Steamboat Springs.
10.5 meters on the first one for Tatum Shoot. Again, making huge strides. She started, folks, she started the season on the HS8, skiers left, lookers right, and now she is mid-station, HS20. Tatum Shoot. Nice job, T.
Number 1, Tatum Shoot, 12 meters.
Oh, yes. So 10.5 meters on the first.
12 big meters on the second for Tatum Shoot. Well done. Great to see the Tyrones working in perfect synchronicity, handing off one to the other. I think Sophia's getting the better of that part of the deal. Well done, Sophia.
Hand that lady a Coke. Somebody get her a Coke.
Here we go. Here comes our next jumper, Maddie Butler.
Bib number 2, 11.5 meters on the first.
Right back in there.
Bib number 2, Maddie Butler, 12.5 meters.
Wow, Joey. Improvement to
Bib
bounds.
number 3,
11.5 on the first and 12.5 meters on the second. Hey jumpers, let's not spend too much time here down below. We're moving this thing right along. Dr. Michelle Linné running a real tight ship with Jessica Devon up there. Hey, 2 doctors. Dr. Devon and Dr. Linné.
Here comes our next jumper, Livia Spector. Livia ski slid out just a little bit right before the table, but brought it back under control very nicely.
Bib number 3, Olivia Spector, 13.5 meters.
Yep, I think that
3.5.
ski slide out on her made just a little bit of an impact, but she made the decision to pull it back together and get a safe jump in. 13.5 on that second jump.
We always try to find ways we make history here at Howelsen Hill, and I do strongly believe
Lily Stein next up.
this is the first time in history at a ski jump competition that we have had 2 doctors as our starters.
Doctor.
Dr. Devon, Dr. Linné. I presume.
Bib number 4, Lily Stein, 15.5 meters.
Wow.
5.5.
Can you believe it, Joey? 11.5 on Lily's first jump.
15.5 meters on the second. Holy moly.
Nova Lake Van Wyck next up. Nova Lake gets herself into position. Nice in run. Big pop. Also a little bit of a right ski push right before the table there as they preload for that jump.
5, Nova Lake Van Wyck, 15.5 meters.
Wow. They have really stepped it up here in the second
I'll
round,
tell
Joey.
you what.
12 meters on the first jump.
6, Clara Keller.
15.5 meters on the second. And I think you mentioned it before. We had a little bit of rain while they were training. I think those in runs have firmed up a little bit. They've gotten a little bit faster, and we're starting to see a dramatic increase in these distances.
Here comes your favorite stylist, Clara Keller.
Oh, watch this style. Oh! We might
Nice
have jinxed
job,
her a
Clara.
little bit. Way to keep it
It's still
together,
a
Clara.
Beautiful jump there for Clara.
Bib number
And I think
6,
further.
Clara Keller, 16 meters.
Yep.
1.6.
And I think that happens sometimes, Joey. I say it, I don't even know if I'm right, but 13 meters on the first, 16 on the second, that landing is harder. It's more difficult, and sometimes we see a little bit of that squat, maybe a little bit of a pull. That's not for us to decide from this spot down here. Here comes Emma Wingard.
13.5 meters on the first.
Very balanced jump there for Emma. 13.5 on the first.
Number 7, Emma Wingard, 14 meters.
14 meters on the second, so nice improvement. 13.5 on the first, 14 on the second. Here comes Ellie Friedman of the Flying Friedmans. I really like Ellie's jumping style, very still in the air, not quite over the skis yet, but watch, very still and composed in the air, and then brings it down rock solid. That away, Ellie.
Number 8, Ellie Friedman, 18 meters.
17 meters on the first, 3 feet further down the hill for an 18-meter jump for the second. Well done, Ellie. Our first Park City Ski and Snowboard jumper of this second round, Lomax McCrank, bib number 9. Lomax knows this hill well. 17 meters on the first jump. Let's see what Lomax has through the curve on this next one for us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, that's a nice jump for Lomax.
Bib number 9, Lomax McCrank, 18 meters.
18 meters for Lomax
Bib number
McCrank.
10, Valentina Brogy.
Valentina Brogy next. Boy, with the weather maybe moving in and things always changing, we take advantage of the good weather window when we can. The starters and the officials keeping this thing rocking and rolling. Jumpers are on their game. Jumpers on the 30. Beware. We got to keep this thing rolling. Here's Valentina. Yes. Well done. 18 meters on her first. Let's see.
Valentina Brogy, 19 meters. 19.0.
Just about to 20. 19 meters on that jump. Here we go with the Flying Z. The long jump in this category at 20 meters on the first jump. She'll look to put herself right back there. She has that right hand up, pledging to do her best. Double checking her bindings. Slight hold on
Okay, now
hill.
we can go.
Here we go. All right, here we go. The Flying Z, Zaina Rend, eases into that in-run position through the curve. Off the table and in flight, Zaina Rend. Nice ride there, Z.
Number 11, Zaina Rend, 20 meters, 20.0.
Right on the hillside, 2 jumps back to back, 20 meters on that jump. 20 on the first, 20 on the second. Way to go, Z. Here comes Big Cy Figus. Lucky bib number 13 with a monster 13-meter jump. I don't know how many size that is, but that's a lot of size. HS30 jumpers, be ready to go. We're going to take this weather window and ride it all the way home. If you're jumping the HS30, make sure you are ready to go when the organization catches up with you. Here comes Cy Figus, bib number 13. Okay, great. Nice jump, Cy. Feeling improvement.
Bib number 13, Cy Figus, 13.5 meters.
That a boy. 13 meters on the first, 13.5 on the second. We have the live stream going behind us. Just so you know, about 1 jumper delay, I'm guessing. Zaina Rend just went across the interwebs on the live stream. You can see the jump again. Here comes the next jumper, Brecklin McCarthy. Woohoo! Brecklin. 13.5 on the first. I can't wait to hear this one.
Number 14, Brecklin McCarthy, 18.
Wow! 13.5 meters on the first. 18 meters on the second jump for Brecklin McCarthy. Wow! Theo Gibnes next up. Stick around, jumpers. Watch as you get your bib turned in. If you're not heading on to the 30, turn in that bib and watch your jump. Theo Gibnes, 19.5 on the first. Pushing that 20-meter mark for sure on the second. Here we go.
Number 15, Theo Gibnes, 20 meters.
Well, I was wrong. I said pushing the 20-meter mark. Hit the 20-meter mark right on the bullseye. 20 meters for Theo Gibnes.
Nice work, Theo. 19.5 on the first, 20 on the second.
And there was light.
Next up, we've got Logan Van Overen, bib number 16, 13 meters on the first jump.
Pay attention to the landings on some of these jumps. As we start pushing 20 and a little further, it gets harder and harder to land when you get past that 20 mark.
Any of you HS20 jumpers who are jumping in the 30, let's make our way back up there. We're moving right along.
18.5 meters.
Wow, what is going on out there? 13 on the first, 18.5 on the second for Logan Van Overen. Wow.
The X-Man. Here comes the law of the land. Here he is.
Certainly word has gotten to the top of the hill that the jump is going big right now. Let's see what Xerxes Law can do. Oh, yeah.
Touched. The X-Man, 13.5 on the first.
Further. That's further.
Number 17, Xerxes Law, 18 meters.
Yep. And those landings are tricky. You go 5 meters, 5.5 meters further, it's harder to land that. 13.5 on the first, Joey.
18 meters on the second for the X-Man.
The crowd goes wild. Understandably so. Here comes the next jumper, C. Mac Bigelow.
Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club, 19 on the first. He'll be
Right
pushing
back
that
in there.
19, 20 meter mark right here.
Number 18, C-Mac Bigelow, 19 meters, 1-9.
There he is, 19 on the first and 19 on the second. Well done, C-Mac.
Man, I'm going to be running right back up there.
Winston Whitten, bid number 19. Like I've been saying, Joey, we get the weather window on a weekend like this, and you take it.
Gotta go.
And our starters and our technical delegation doing a great job of keeping us running. Wow, the pop on that jump, phenomenal. 19.5 on the first jump for Winston Whitten.
Will we see another 20 meter jump?
Bib number 19, Winston Whitten, 20 meters, 20.
We will.
We will. We did.
20 meters for Winston Whitten. Well done, Winston.
19.5 on the first, 20 on the second.
Theo Mall out jumping the hillsides. It gets more difficult to land when you get past that 20 mark. It's the ideal place to land. And he got 21 on the first. Let's see how he plays this. 21 meters, the second longest ride of the afternoon. A little bit squirrely on the in run, but way down the hill. The flies are alive, only a brief amount of time before the wasps show up.
20.5 meters.
And right back in there, 21 on the first, 20.5 on the second. hit the maximize screen on that. All right. Donovan Tolley's Park City Ski and Snowboard Club right back down. There's like a magnet down there at that 20-meter mark. Again, the live stream.
21, Donovan Tolley, 20 meters.
The live stream running live behind the announcer's booth, about a jumper behind, so you can catch your jump after you've made it. Donovan, go check out your 20-meter jump. 20 on the first and 20 again on the second. Well done.
Next up, Luke Matthew, 19 meters on the first jump.
Luke, we are your announcers.
Big V.
The 30 jumpers look like they've got their act mostly together. Look at them cheering on the jumpers. That's what I love about this sport. Their junior championships, I think not a single one of the female skiers left the outrun until they had all gone, celebrating and cheering each other's successes. What a big V down there.
Huge V coming from Luke Matthew as usual.
Number 22, Luke Matthew, 19.5 meters, 19.5.
Good job, Luke. 19 on the first,
Bib number
19.5 on the second. Our last jump on the HS20, the star of the last Wednesday night jump, Langdon Devon. And he's looking to do it again tonight. 21.5 meters on that first jump. This guy is on a tear right now.
Here he is. No one's hotter than Langdon. Here we go, Langdon. Big pop. That's going to be way down. Hopefully his hands stay clear.
I think that's the mark again or more.
24, Langdon Devon, 22 meters, 22.
I will say at first I heard his bib number and my jaw dropped.
Right.
I thought that was the distance, but then I heard the distance and my jaw stayed down.
Right. 21.5 on the first and 22 meters on the second jump.
That's a really big jump on this 20. Well done. And here it is on the replay. Boom. All right, so we're going to move over to the 30. That's it on the HS20.
Bib babe right there. Kristen Figus.
I thought you were talking about me.
Do you know where the bag is?
Don't.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah, Kristen.
Is it on the other side of the window?
It's in that black buggy.
Got it.
Thank you. All right, so we're going to move over to the HS30. We'll have an open female competitor and then an open female competitor, and then we'll have action in the
Maybe not that one, huh?
U12 female category and U12 male category. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You like me counting out loud? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15 female jumpers in the women's division on the HS30, and I'm not going to count them out loud, but I'm going to say 20 on the, well, more than that, maybe 25 on the men's side.
The HS30 class in both male and female is the largest class we will see today, with the regular competitors, the visitors of course, and then all of the HS20 jumpers that earn their way onto that jump for this competition.
And as we like to say, we have our little nicknames. We got to get
Hey
one from
Joey,
the 20.
did you happen to bring an extra set of gloves? I clearly did not pack mine.
We get one. We give the
Yes.
HS30 competitors, we usually call the top end of that class Murderer's Row.
I'll have Zayna grab them from you.
Send for it.
Thank you.
This will be a very, very, very competitive group, though I have to say that HS20 competition is as tight as I've seen in a while. Levin Dang, good grief, Langdon. We were just teasing other announcers who are less familiar the other night, but I got a little tongue-tied there. Langdon Devon at the front of the pack distance-wise, but after him, it looks like Theo Mall with two really good long jumps down the hill, and then Luke Matthews right in there, Donovan Tolley's right in there on distance, Winston Whitten's right in there on distance. Mac Bigelow could have something to say about things. Flipping over the page, Theo Gibnes also putting two deep. On the women's side, it looks like Zaina Rind on distance with double 20s, double hill-size jumps is in pretty solid control there. Valentina Brogi continuing to end her season super strong.
Good style, knocking on the door.
And then several jumpers right behind, including Lomax McCrank, Ellie Friedman, and others on distance. Style also to be determined and not privy to the announcers' information at this time.
And even if it was, we wouldn't share.
We're not supposed to.
We've been
bars.
told not to.
No bars, no style.
No, we've been told not to.
But the distances are great, and the distance is king, although as we saw in the men's team event at the Junior National Championships, the Rocky Mountain Division team fell short on meters. Joey, I want to say on meters by like 6 meters or so combined between the two jumps.
Although-
Wound up catapulting to the front on the
Style
basis of
points.
style points. So style is a big factor, particularly I think in these sort of conditions, the landing. Not only is the telemark landing preferred, but if I have this right, and I might not, even if you wind up crouching a little bit, you want to get back up. If you stay tucked in all the way across the line, that'll really magnify those deductions. So the jumpers, though, handling the 20 magnificently. I was going to say given the conditions, but the conditions might be about prime out.
Probably improving as the rain stopped and the cooler temperatures move in. We did, however, see a jumper or two in that HS20 class struggle a little bit with getting the clean landing, and those who are a meter or two behind with the clean landings could frankly be closer in the score than we think.
Hey Joey, real quick, Steamboat has 7 different hill sizes. We've got 6 operational right now.
We do.
The smallest hill, known as the bump jump, now the HS8,
right there,
is a new permanent jump on the far lookers right by the Christie Sports and Nordic Excavating banner.
Sure is.
Used to be just a wrinkle in the road there, but some efforts this year to bring that up to snuff as an HS8. I believe it's going to get a treatment of plastic early in the summer so that our youngest jumpers will have the opportunity to hone their skills year-round. From there, you just saw action on the HS20 and now on the HS30. These is just a
man-made.
This is just a grass hillside, and so Coach Todd Wilson and his staff, including Carl Denny and Josh Hansen and Garrett Fisk and Sam House and others, make these jumps, sculpt them out of the blown and natural snow there.
So the way I understand it too, Mr. Miller, is that the age group specific coaches are the ones who basically control their hill. So Sam House is the one that really works the HS8 and the HS20. And then we've got Josh Hansen really working that HS30. And then Garrett Fisk handles the larger jumps with Carl Denny, the 45, the 70, and the 90, or 100 as we call it sometimes too.
I have this sweet lady.
Well, here we go. We've got the markers in place. Thank you. The conditions are a little bit more difficult to move about. The chief of distance, Brooks Graham, still holding his spot. The markers having moved over now facing west as opposed to east like they were on the HS20. Now they're facing west on the HS30. Looks like everybody's giving the thumbs up. Starters are ready, and we're about to get going. We are going to get started with bib number 25, HS30 open female class, Eliza Linford. Generally, we see mom and dad and some cowbells and about 64 or 65 of their other family members.
The open category, either an HS45 by age who just isn't quite ready for that yet, or maybe somebody who just got their jump skis. Oops, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and Eliza not making an appearance at the moment anyway. We're going to go right to Nova Lake Van Wyck, who we saw in action on the 20. Let's see what Nova Lake can pull down on the 30. Here we go, our first jump on the 30 tonight. Nova Lake, way to go, skiing off the end there. Not a ton of pop, but nicely done.
A couple scratches.
Number 5, Nova Van Wyck, sorry about that. 10.5 meters.
10.5 meters for Nova Lake Van Wyck.
7, Emma Wingard.
Emma Wingard, your next jumper. Bib number 7 to be followed by Ellie Friedman, Lomax McCrank. But here we go. Right now, it's time for Emma Wingard. The Wingard family just made my night a few minutes ago. Thank you. Way to go, Emma.
Number 7, Emma Wingard, 12.5 meters.
12.5 meters for Emma Wingard.
Bib number 8, Ellie Friedman.
Ellie Friedman next up. Let's see what Ellie's style looks like off the end of this 30. Again on the 20, very distinctive, very calm, very still in the air. Let's see what Ellie does on the 30. Right into that in-run position. On Wednesday night, the jumper's just getting one hill, so we haven't seen all these jumpers in competition on all these hills recently. Good job, Ellie. Very stable.
Number 8, Ellie Friedman, 13.5 meters.
13.5 meters for Ellie Friedman.
Lomax McCrank.
Remember, jumpers, you can see your jump on the screen behind the announcer's booth after you get down and get your gear off. Next up, Lomax McCrank, to be followed by Zaina Rind, I believe. Here comes Lomax. Lomax coming all the way from Park City, Utah. Glad to have you back in town, Lomax.
Lomax McCrank, 13 meters, 13.0.
13 meters for Lomax McCrank.
Bib number 10 is a scratch. Bib 11,
Here we go.
Zaina Rind.
Bib 11, the long jumper jumping to hill size on the 20. Let's see what Zaina's got here on the 30. Puts that hand up and asks for permission. Receives it. Right into that in-run position. Big pop there. Had to make an adjustment with her right arm a couple times down the in-run. But the distance will stand nicely on this one.
11, Zaina Rind, 20 meters, 20.0.
Well, that's coming up with 3 20-meter jumps in a row, ladies and gentlemen. 2 20s on the 20.
27 and 28 are a scratch.
And a big 20-meter jump.
Charlotte
Big 20-meter jump on the 30 to start things off. Charlotte Fleming next up, bib number 29. Great jump there from Zaina. Z, if you'll swing by the announcer's booth just super quick before you head up. Here we go, big jump there for Charlotte Fleming. Charlotte Fleming having a little bit of a trouble there at the end.
29, Charlotte Fleming, 22 meters.
Somebody go out and check on Charlotte. If you're okay, Charlotte, raise that hand. But if not, here comes Coach Sam. One more time on the distance, please. Sorry.
22 meters, 22.0.
22 meters for Charlotte Fleming on that jump. Sam House and her teammates out there, including Zaina Rind, to check on her and see how things are going. Want these for Z?
I do, thank you.
Looks like our jumper's going to be all right. So slight hold while we see if I can look on the replay here. And these jumps not having any set track, so yep, just was really nicely riding that telemark landing across the end and then just got the inside edge. There are no edge on the skis, but just the inside edge caught a sticky spot or just caught a little trough of snow and unfortunately kind of snaking her down just a little bit. But well done there by Charlotte Fleming on a great jump, 22 meters.
Great. Bib number 30, Piper Moutet.
Piper Moutet next up, bib number 30. So back to live action at Howelsen Hill Western Regional Championships on a Friday night in Steamboat Springs. Big pop off the end of the jump there. It doesn't matter where the tails come down, it's where the foot comes down, ladies and gentlemen. So that one a little longer than it might have looked.
Bib number 30, Piper Moutet, 19.5
19.5 meters for Piper Moutet. Well done.
Bib 31, Sadie McCrank.
From Park City, Utah, Sadie McCrank. Bib number 31. So again, there's no grooved track. This is just a level snow surface. So the skiers really needing to find their balance, doing an amazing job of it this evening, and there is a nice long jump, ladies and gentlemen. Sadie McCrank showing us how it's done.
Number 31, Sadie McCrank, 23 meters.
23 meters for Sadie McCrank, all the way from Park City, Utah.
32, Mackenzie Mayne.
And here comes Eminem, Mackenzie Mayne's bib number 32. All right.
Watch this style here, folks. She's going to get up over those skis. Nice V position.
Yep.
Big telemark landing with flare right there. She's going to be pushing that 21, 22 meter mark right there.
Number 32, Mackenzie Mayne, 23 meters.
23 meters. We've got 2 at 23 at the top of the distance pile. Followed right behind by the by Charlotte Fleming at 22. A little bit of trouble with the landing, but then Zaina Rind. Here comes Cy Figus. We're going to keep this thing going while we've got the halo of clearness above us weather-wise.
Big Cy Figus.
You'll notice, watch their position in the end run here. The 30 maybe. Oh, but Cy handles it like a pro. I was just getting ready to say a little bit of imbalance on some of the previous jumpers.
Number 13, Cy Figus,
But then
12 meters.
Cy comes down rock solid in that in run with a big 12-meter jump for Cy Figus.
Great job.
Cy's really going to start flying when he gets that, as he continues to work on that pop over the summer. Well done, Cy Figus.
They're struggling in the in-run watch. They keep it.
I keep saying it. As if there were no live mic plugged to my mouth saying these things. All right, next up should be Theo Gibnes.
Bib number 15, Theo Gibnes.
And then in theory, followed by Xerxes Loss.
Here he is.
Winston Whitten.
Gosh, I wish I saw his dad's jacket because I've already forgotten it.
American something.
American
Champion?
Like American champion, American lightning, American Theo.
Magic.
American Magic. Thank you, Coach. There he is, Theo Gibnes, the American Magic.
Number 15, Theo Gibnes, 17 meters.
We could have continued guessing after American, and it couldn't have been as good as it really is.
There's not even a chance.
Magic.
And who would have come up with magic?
A little bit of magic right there in that jump. 17 meters for Theo
Bib
Gibnes.
19, Winston Whitten.
Winston Whitten next up. Xerxes Law and C-Mac Bigelow not joining us on the 30, so Winston Whitten next up.
Double W right here, bib number 19, Winston Whitten having another sensational season.
www.haveone.com.
Here he is.
It's a really nice looking
Nice
jump.
and solid jump right there.
You changing your mind a little bit?
Winston Whitten, 17 meters.
Changing your mind just a little bit on the laptop? It's got its purpose, doesn't it?
All of a sudden, now that we're
Bib
actually
number 20,
looking at it,
Theo Mall.
17 meters for Winston Whitten.
we had it facing the wall on Wednesday.
Who says you can't learn? Theo Mall next up. Theo Mall put a nice jump in here on this hill.
Want to thank Coach Lucas Mute over there, grabbing reins on the video for the live stream.
A little bit of a plow there towards the end to regain some balance, but Theo Mall with a nice V as always.
The uphill coach, I like to call him.
That's my
Number
speed.
20, Theo Mall, 19.5 meters.
All right, here we
19.5
come.
meters.
Here we
Bib
come.
21, Donovan Tolley.
Donovan Tolley next up for Park City Ski and Snowboard Club.
The Nordic combined skier, really strong on the skate skis too. Here comes Donovan. Always a pleasure to have our friends, neighbors, and second family from the West, Park City Ski and Snowboard.
You said Nordic Combined, which made me look to the U16 star list.
Donovan
And
Tolley,
U14 star list.
22.5 meters.
I'm missing the name from your favorite cross-country skier, but I gotta look a little
22,
closer.
Ian
Luke
Carmack.
Matthews.
22.5 meters for Donovan Tolley. Luke Matthew next up, bib number 22. Let's see if he can get down there to his bib number distance. A lot of these athletes probably catching up on some school.
Yeah, I don't see the
Here
name.
comes Luke Matthew.
He was on the tour.
Wow, Luke with that big spread eagle V.
Really great form from Luke Matthew, bib number 22. He's going to push this thing towards 20 meters, maybe even a little bit further.
Let's hit that bib
Number
number.
22, Luke Matthews, 20.5 meters.
That's it.
20.5.
20.5 meters, Luke.
Bib 24, Langdon Devon.
Watch that replay
Here we
behind us.
go. Here we go. Langdon Devon coming up next.
I feel some American magic coming on.
Too late.
23 a scratch.
All right, Langdon. Starter, Dr.
Yes,
Jessica
sorry.
Devon up there,
Ryder
eyeing
Robinson
closely.
is a scratch, bib number 23.
Yep.
There we go. Langdon Devon. I want to hear this one.
I'd like to see Langdon jump to 45. I know it's not going to happen, right? One jump plus your age level jump.
Uh-huh.
He'll get him in training this
You know
week,
what?
I bet.
Langdon wants to see Langdon jump to 45.
For Langdon Devon, 23.5
I bet that'll come true for him this coming week as we wrap the season.
Bib 33, Ike Figus.
23.5 meters for Langdon Devon. That's the long distance by a meter so far on the
Great
boys' side.
job, Langdon. Big Ike Figus.
Brother of Big Cy Figus, who put down a big 12-meter jump to start things off on the HS30.
The Figus is a staple here.
The Fi guys.
Kristen helping out with the bibs as
Wow,
the bib
look,
babe.
the Figuses have the two most strong in-runs, most solid in-runs I've seen so far, both of them.
Compliments.
Number 33, Ike Faggot, 19.5
And the
meters.
distance.
9.5.
Is that a
19.5 meters for Ike.
Bib 35, R Scratch. Bib 36, Luke Hodge.
Luke Hodge next up. Brady Foss and Riley Gunn not joining us tonight.
Luke. The second to Luke, two Lukes that we see tonight. We're wondering how Charlotte Fleming is over there. We can see through the window. She's getting talked to coach. Get the thumbs up from her teammate and close friend Mackenzie
All right.
Baines.
Here we go.
We're going to
Next
see
up,
if we get a second jump out
Luke
of
Hodge, bib number 36.
second jump out of Shar tonight.
Whoa! Hang on there. Looks like we're going to be all right. Just getting a little squirrely on the landing there.
Hold on the hill, please. Hold on the hill.
Bib number 36, Luke Hodge, 18.5
Luke
meters.
Hodge with an 18.5 meter jump. A little bit of trouble wrangling in the landing. These things happen.
Bib 37 and 38, R Scratch. Bib 39, Miles Warnke.
Oh, here's my
Here
guy.
we go.
Here's my guy, Miles Warnke.
We can't say enough about Miles. Worked so hard. Where he was 2 years ago in this jump complex to where he is right now. Here we go, Miles. You've got two big fans in the booth.
Look at that in run again, nice and solid. Big pop, down the hill, right into that upper teens level there for Miles
Yeah,
Warnke.
he's got his hands nice and quiet by the side. Nice and gentle jump.
Ready for the next step.
39, Miles Warnke, 16.5 meters, 16.5.
Thank you for that. 16.5, 16.5 meters for Miles Warnke.
Nice job, Miles.
Classmate Sophia Tyrone gives a nice little clap out there for
Bib
Miles.
40, Roscoe Maxwell.
All right.
Roscoe Maxwell from Park City Ski and Snowboard Club next up. Here we go, Roscoe. Roscoe looking down the 30. Guys, the condition of the jump is spectacular right now.
It's getting better as the night goes, Mr. Miller.
I wish someone had said that earlier. Here we go, Roscoe. Oh, Roscoe.
Way down the hill for
And a
Roscoe.
nice telemark
I'm going to
landing.
go ahead and put the tens digit down.
I'll follow suit.
Bib number 40, Roscoe Maxwell, 23 meters.
Wow.
2.0.
So, puts himself right in the money at 23 meters on that first jump from Park City, Utah. Roscoe Maxwell here at the Western Regional Championships. Steamboat and Park City alternating hosting this tournament every other year.
Does that mean it was in Park City last season?
I believe it
And
would've
there's a
been.
good chance it'll be in Park City next season?
There is definitely a good chance it will be in Park City next season. Here comes bib number 41, if he's up there, Levi Friedman. We haven't seen Levi in action yet tonight, but his
This
little sister's
kid's,
been here.
this kid's got springs. He'll follow suit. Similar
Bib
form as his
41,
sister.
Levi Friedman.
Watch how still Levi is in the air.
He's going to pop up as opposed to explode out, but then he won't move a muscle once he gets in the air. Levi Friedman, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah.
As expected.
Nice job,
I'm gonna go with the
Levi.
tens plays. A little off-track wagering happening in here. Oh, look at you move, Joey. I didn't think this was your style. Never heard the song before, have you? It's infectious, though. So much electronics in here, Joey. So many electronics in here. Levi Friedman's distance forthcoming.
Getting chatter, but 23 meters, guys. 23.
There you go, 23 meters for Levi Friedman. Another long jump.
42, Caden Graham.
All right, Caden Graham. Chief of distance will be watching this one closely. Caden Graham.
Another jumper having a spectacular season, really coming along. We're going to see something in the 20s here, Mr. Miller. No pressure, Caden.
And with Caden, I like to say, don't call it a comeback. This is the sport of ski jumping. You have a big steep increase, and then you hang out for a while, and then another big steep increase. Caden's on one of those steep increase portions of his journey.
Number 42, Caden Graham, 22.5.
That
Bib 43,
22.5 meters. Here's another young man right here, Arthur Keller. Really started peaking in the middle of the season. Had a spectacular Wednesday night jump. He got 5th place on a crowded podium. That points were so close together. Here's Arthur.
Of the Flying Kellers. Sure. For sure.
Number 42, 43, Arthur Keller, 19.5 meters.
And we're going to see that go into the 20s in the next jump.
we
no
will.
doubt.
I think he's just feeling it out. 19.5 numbers.
Here comes my guy, Levi Lowe.
I meant meters.
Two-
I just wrote down the numbers.
Two of my current students on the start list tonight. We saw Miles Warnke in action just a little bit earlier. Now it's time for Levi Lowe to show us what he's got.
Here comes Levi to the low.
Levi's second jump on Wednesday night. He had a tough time wrangling down the landing, but the distance was huge. Here goes Levi. Down.
Oh, wait, jumper down.
Nice
Just hold
jump
on the
there,
hill,
Levi.
please. Hold on the hill. It's always hard when your chin is one of the first things to land. You want to try to get those skis down first.
Well done, Levi. Really going for it. You could tell from the beginning out over
44, Levi Lowe, 21.5.
over his skis, and another big jump for Levi. And when you see that replay, Levi got way out over his skis right away, trying to do the right thing, and then it just was a little too far on the balance, got a little odd for him. But Levi, that's a 21.5 meter jump. Wow.
All right, here comes Conor Van Overen. We swept up the wreckage here a little bit, nice and quickly. Thank you, Levi.
Coach Sam, thanks, with some words of wisdom for his athlete out there.
All right, Conor Van Overen, bib number 45. Here comes Conor. Nice and smooth jump.
Levi, your replay getting ready to come on the screen right behind the announcer's booth if you want to take a look.
Levi, take a look and you can see what might have gone wrong.
20 meters, 20.0.
Like Mr. Miller
20
said,
meters
yeah?
on that last jump, 20 meters for Conor Van Overen.
Devong.
Really was doing the right thing by trying to get out there over the skis, and then just the landing, a long jump, and then that ski just kind of slid out on him a little bit. Here comes Liam Devong from Park City Ski and Snowboard Club, bib number 46.
Here comes Liam. Had an interesting conversation with Liam prior to the comp, letting me know that he's having trouble getting out over those skis on the 30. No problem on the 45 or the 70.
Oh, that was
I don't know
really
what
nice.
you're talking about, Liam, because
That's
that
really
looked
nice.
pretty darn good, buddy.
Nice jump there, Liam. Very smooth, very stable. Park City Ski and Snowboard Club, bib number 46, Liam Devong.
I think his dad did something in this sport a little bit.
I think so. Liam being his
Number
own
46, Liam Devong, 22.5.
own guy out there and putting his name, though, into contention. 22.5
Absolutely.
meters.
47, Everett Baldwin.
Here comes Evie Baldwin. Third place at the last Wednesday night jump with a really, really good, solid, consistent night.
Talk about hot right here. 3 or 4 of these U12s from Steamboat
Here comes
really, really blossoming at the right time of the season. Everett Baldwin
Even
is
with the-
certainly one of them.
Even a little bit of a skate out there still puts it way down into those early 20s, I bet.
You bet.
I bet.
Do 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 do.
Ba-ba-ba.
Do 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 do.
Doo-doo.
For good reason. Bib number 47, Everett Baldwin, 23 meters.
So there we go. So
2.0.
as we were saying, someone's hot right now.
48, Nico Bowdry.
23 meters for Everett Baldwin on that jump. 23 meters heavy. Nico Baldwin next. I'm sorry, Nico Baldwin. Nico Bowdry next up. Same last initial. Wrong line, Miller. Get
And
it
watch
together.
this. Watch this style right here, folks. Nico Bowdry, one of the most stylish jumpers. Waved his hands a little bit, recovered nicely.
I think really again went for it, right?
They got to go for it. What a tight competition this is going to be near the top of the podium.
Bib number 48, Nico Bowdry, 24 meters.
Well,
4.0.
We keep moving it on up. Nico Bowdry sets the new bar at 24 meters. Next up, Jack Mcfaulin from Park City Ski and Snowboard Club. Bib number 49, that's my number. Here we go, Jack.
Had a great conversation with Jack's grandma here earlier. She's locked and loaded with all kinds of camera equipment. She and I doing a little jig to the Beatles before the competition started. Seems
Here
really
comes
interested in the
Jack
sport.
Mcfaulin. Oh, nice telemark landing all the way across the fall line there. Well done, Jack.
Well done, Jack.
Bib number 49, Jack Mcfaulin, 22.5 meters, 22.5.
You mentioned it's crowded. I think those, well, we got a whole other jump to come. We don't even know what's going on with style, but the jump 22.5 meters for Jack Mcfaulin, bringing up Oliver Delzell, bib number 50.
This kid loves to ski jump. Didn't necessarily get the results he was looking for on Wednesday. The best thing about ski jumping is there's always the next comp and always
Here it
the
is.
next jump. Here comes OD2.
A little imbalanced off the takeoff, but where it wrestles it together in the air and brings it back down.
Bib number 50, Oliver Denzel, 22.5 meters.
Boy, it's crowded on that podium right now.
I think
Bib 51, Fritz Gamber.
that jump was going much further with a little bit more
yeah.
composure, a little bit more balance off the takeoff, and we're going to see it in the next jump. Here comes Fritz Gamber, ladies and gentlemen. Fritz Gamber from the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club, bib number 51. Remember, jumpers, you can see your jump after. We're running about a jumper and a half or so behind on the live stream, so if you hustle your way back around, you can take a look at how you did, and then go from there.
Bib 51, Fritz Gamber.
Here comes Fritz Gamber, bib number 51.
Big shout out to the Gamber, big supporters of the program.
Watch the takeoff. Here we go, Fritz in the air, beautiful telemark landing forthcoming, and there it is.
Another really pretty jumper right there, Fritz Gamber, sporting a new suit.
And bib 52 is a scratch.
That's a shame.
The Houston Hucker? No Houston Hucker.
Whatever are we going to do? Fritz Gamber's distance coming shortly here.
Think he's playing some hockey.
Is that your last jumper?
That was the last jumper. We're going to start the second round when you guys are ready. So just let me know.
Okay, Todd's gonna do some work on the hill for a couple minutes.
We'll do a little bit of work on the hill. Here comes Fritz Gamber's distance.
Fritz Gamber, 23.5.
23.5 meters for Fritz Gamber. So Todd Wilson, program director, is going to slide out there and loosen up the landing just a little bit. I bet is what he's doing. But let's go ahead and these Western Regional Championships are brought to you by our silver annual support partners. We'd like to thank Christie Sports,
Ski and snowboard rentals,
Colorado Event Rentals,
Event Rentals, Planning and Hospitality Services,
Duckles Construction,
Highway, Street and Bridge Construction,
Honey Stinger,
All Natural Sports Nutrition,
Letson Enterprises,
Construction Services for new homes, home additions and renovations.
Thank you to Nordic Excavating,
Earth moving, earth grading, underground utility installation, and roadway construction. How about thanking the individuals?
Thank you to Rick and Deirdre Beaborn.
Thank you so much.
Big,
Such
generous supporters, both of their
such
time and resources.
big parts of what happens here. Thank you, Rick and Deirdre.
Thanks to the Resort Group
Total Resort Services.
and Truffle Pig and Carl's Tavern.
Eat well, be happy.
Thank you also to our gold annual support partners, the City of Steamboat Springs,
Deer Park Road,
Native Excavating,
Smart Wool,
Steamboat Radio,
Steamboat Ski and Resort Corporation,
SOCI, Steamboat Orthopedic and Spine Institute,
Steamboat Sotheby's International Realty,
Twin Enviro Services,
UC Health.
and Yampa Valley Bank.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you to the staff of the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club.
Them too.
And all the energetic volunteers who help make these events possible. A special thank you to all of the supporters of the Winter Sports Club and our mission
To create champions on and off the mountain by developing life skills and providing growth opportunities through participation in sports.
I'm struggling tonight, Joey.
You're doing great.
Bifocals are killing me tonight.
Your B plus is way better than anybody else's A.
You get what you pay for.
You do.
You get what you pay for.
I think we're up for a raise after this season.
Thank you to Program Director Todd Wilson.
Thank you, Todd.
Thank you to his coaching staff. Let's start with the coaches whose athletes we've already seen and are seeing. Sam House.
Yeah, and his assistant coach tonight, Kristen. I will stop calling you Kathleen, Kristen, because it's Coach Kristen.
Very nice.
Kristen.
Thank you to Josh Hansen.
Thank you, Josh.
Thank you to Garrett Fisk.
Thank you, Garrett.
Thank you to Carl Denny.
Carl Denny, thank you.
Thank you to all. And then
There's
thanks
Billy
to,
and Devin Delzell that were here. Coach Allie was here.
if the Minatos aren't here, they will be.
The Minatos are definitely here. Coach Jeff Minato, he helps out with the skiing.
And then thanks to the
Dan Miller's usually around. I don't think he's here today, though.
I saw Dan Wednesday night for sure. It all kind of blurs together. Thanks to the Winter Sports Club executive staff too.
Sarah Floyd,
thank you so much, helping us out with the live stream.
John Nolting
running,
Thank you,
the
John.
connections on all that.
Uh-huh.
And then
Dave Stewart, athletic director.
He'll likely be the one who sets the cross country course tomorrow afternoon, I'm sure.
And how about K-Sank?
Coaching today.
How about Kevin Sankey? We can't do anything without the man in the yellow coat right there. Hardest working man in show business. He sets the table. We just sit at it. Thank you so much, K-Sank.
Thank you to our judges and our technical staff this evening. Our technical delegate is Paul Andrews.
Thank you, Paul.
Larry Glick is the chief of competition.
Thank you, Larry.
Assistant technical delegate, Scott
And
Clayton,
double duty tonight.
as a judge. And I will say those technical delegates and chief of competition making sure everything flows the
Thank
right
you,
way.
Scott Clayton.
And then coming out here early while it was raining.
And I
whatnot,
gotta give Scott Clayton
making
a shout
sure
out.
Making sure that the hills are safe for the athletes. using this
Safety
evening.
first. Gotta give a shout out to Scott Clayton. I lost my boiler and my hot water a few weeks back, and at the snap of a finger, he came out and got us back up and running. Thank you so much, Scott Clayton.
Got to be one of the nicest guys in Steamboat Springs. Thank you to our judges this evening. We have judges that are up there that are monitoring the style and
Mick
giving
O'Hara.
opinions on the style. Judge Mick O'Hara, thank you.
Sally Wither.
Thank you, Sally.
Scott Clayton.
Thanks again, Scott.
Elisa Maines.
Elisa's moving on up.
Oh, she is. And Glenn Jones.
Thanks, Glenn.
And then how about some of the other volunteers tonight here, Mr. Miller?
Sounds great. And I think we're going to miss some of the markers.
We
'cause had
will.
some people step up at the last
Thank
minute.
you so much to all those last minute markers. We really, truly appreciate it. Big thanks to the doctor, the doctor tandem starting position, Dr. Michelle Lene, Dr. Jessica Devon.
Doctor. Hey, you were mentioning how groundbreaking that is.
It is
and
groundbreaking.
How great they're making history.
History.
So not
History.
only the, not,
Oh, Mr. Miller.
Not only the first two doctors that we've had serve simultaneously, maybe even on the entire on-hill event crew, but for sure as starters, but two female doctors really coming through strong at the start.
You're going to bring gender into this?
In the most positive and flattering way possible.
That you did. Thank you, doctors. Brooks Graham, Ben Shute, Matt Graves, Jill Braybeck, Christine Russell, Amy Tyrone, Liz Baldwin, Kristen Figus. We also had Tatum Shute. Thank you, T, helping out with collecting bibs.
The Tyrone's out there crushing it with running results back.
Sophia Tyrone on skis, really helping out. Thank you, Sophia and Amy.
And we do for Wednesday night jumps. We just throw those over the radio. An official championship event, secrecy of the utmost importance. We put those. The judges are writing their stuff down on cards.
So get out of her way. Get out of her way. Again, Kristen Figus. He's Andrew. I'm Joey.
Sorry about that.
And we apologize. Chris Johnson, Chelsea Hodge, Dana Miller, and Laura Graham holding down the fort inside in the calculations. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And so we'll have awards for all events tomorrow after the Nordic combined events over at the Romic Arena. There should have been a folder sent out to you by your coaches with all the information for the event, and my guess is that when results are available, they'll be posted on the shared
only and something we learned on our road trip is that only when the results are available are they actually attainable.
Lots of conversation about that.
Lots and lots and lots and lots.
You guys have to tolerate 3 or 4 hours of us together in this booth. It was
because there's nowhere for you to go.
We spent a lot of time together last week, and let me say I enjoyed every second.
Right there with you. Perhaps one of the highlights of the trip, albeit 15 minutes, was a tour of one of the most historic, oldest libraries.
It's the Scoville Library in Salisbury, Connecticut.
Unbelievable.
It's either the oldest free to the public. They used to charge for those jumpsuits. They don't cost very much money, and they're easy to find. So those belly flop penguin slides up there are loved by the coaches. But yeah, it's the old. I guess libraries used to have to subscribe to. You have to pay money to use, but the Scoville Library there is absolutely stunning.
Pretty cool. It was really cool.
It's really neat. If you ever have a chance to be in Salisbury, the town hall, the oldest church in town, and the library, all right there within literally a tennis ball's throw of each other.
I did, however, struggle to find a synagogue there, Mr. Miller.
Yeah, I wonder. Maybe there's one per handful of communities.
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe they have to share.
They consolidate the synagogue.
Maybe they have to share. Church on every corner, but the synagogues remain special.
As they should.
Jump events right here. You're going to see, well, you've already seen the U10s on the HS20. You are currently watching some of the U10s special jump up to the HS30, along with the U12s. The Kings and Queens will be jumping here on the U14. The U14 class will be jumping on the HS45.
And those we affectionately refer to as the small hills tonight. This is the small hills competition.
Yep.
There's nothing small about any of those hills as far as I'm concerned.
And then tomorrow, we jump the large hills, right?
That's the HS70, hill size 70, and the 90.
75 and 100, they're listed on the fact sheet right now. We always go back and forth.
So that jump and that jump.
That jump and that jump. To the left, to the looker's left and the skier's right.
Big Howie not in service this year. It's been a few years. You can maybe see it up there in the dark in between rows of lights. That's the Big Hill. So if you're talking to a local and you tell them the Big Hill's tomorrow, they'll say, "Oh, I didn't know they had the Big Hill going yet."
We're always really proud when we can boast during the season that we have all 7 of our ski jumps running. However, statistically, 6 out of 7 ain't so bad.
Not so bad at all. And given where we started the year and kind of how we're finishing, boy, are we blessed.
Oh, we really are. And so the seniors and masters, the U16s, 18s, and 20s will all jump tomorrow morning on the large hills starting at 9 o'clock. It'll be 1 trial jump and 2 to count for the Nordic combined.
Whereas tonight, no trial jumps. They got their practice earlier.
For the hour, exactly. And sometimes that might even be better. For both jumps, both jumps will be used for the U16 class, and the first comp jump will be used for the U18 and U20. Just like with the U16s in the morning, here, for the U10s, U12s, and U14s, both jumps will be used to compute for the Nordic combined race. The Nordic combined cross-country races will take place at about 2:30 in the rodeo grounds, starting with the U10s, who will be racing a 1K, Mr. Miller.
I got this all kind of a little jumbled up earlier. 1K.
The U12s, a 2K.
2K. I'm going to guess it'll be the same course we used for the last
Probably so.
qualifier.
Probably so.
Course.
Really fun course.
Very spectator friendly.
The U14s will be racing a 3K. However, some of those U14s have elected to count their Nordic combined scores with the U16s on the 75 and will be racing a 5K. So the U16s racing a 5K, and then also the U18, U20, and seniors also on the 5K. And tell us a little bit about...
Well, I can't wait, first of all, with the U20 and the seniors going off at the same time. Thomas probably have a little bit of an advantage over you after the jump.
Such a strong skier.
But I can't wait to see you two go mano a mano on the skate course.
Oh, yeah.
I think your skating abilities are vastly... overrated.
Yeah. Well,
vastly overrated.
I'm gonna.
You'll be on the bus.
I am actually gonna sneak some wheels on underneath those things, maybe powered.
Yeah.
Because I've seen that Thomas Miller ski, and the only chance I would have is he didn't start.
How about a stick in the spokes, maybe?
Not even. I don't even need to do it that way.
No.
In fact, we won't even waste your time.
All right, here we go. So
tell us a little bit about a Nordic combined Gunderson start, Mr. Miller.
So the Gunderson start is a unique format to our sport. And so what happens is the jumping competitions happen tonight and then tomorrow. And based on how the Nordic combined jumpers do on their ski jump, they'll be seeded or given a head start, if you will. It's something like every... I can't now. I'm going to get the calculation wrong. But based on a number of meters, they get a certain amount of head start. So if you jump far, you get a little bit of an advantage in the cross-country ski. And so the Nordic Combined is interesting. There are good ski jumpers in Nordic Combined who manage to hang on for the cross-country. There are good cross-country skiers who manage to just get by on the ski jump. And then there are the rare few.
So rare.
There are the rare few. All right, so Taylor Fletcher, who I saw, I don't know if you saw it, there was an Instagram post today, Taylor Fletcher making it official today.
Oh, no, really?
His last World Cup event this weekend.
And how about that? You're setting the table for this right now. Taylor Fletcher, perhaps one of the best cross-country skiers in the world.
At the Olympics in the team event, he had the fastest split of any Olympian
in the world.
Now,
granted, that's not the cross-country skiers. Of the Nordic combined skiers
in the world,
he was the fastest.
And I think it's probably without much debate that season-wide on the World Cup circuit, one of the top 10 fastest Nordic combined skiers. Taylor a little inconsistent with the jumping over the years,
and that was the problem, right? Unfortunately, he's getting some. I don't
know about problems.
Some top 20 and mostly top 30 finishes because he's skiing like crazy up from the back. Or further in the back.
Mr. Phillips?
Oh, there he is, Mr. Phillips. Flying in for the competition, I'm sure. He'll be home for dinner on Sunday.
The weather. Yep, the weather.
Had to drive in.
That's right.
Some of the best hot chocolate in the world was provided by that young man.
Larry, where do we stand?
All right, so Chief of Hill and Program Director Todd Wilson taking control of the hills here. Everybody getting ready. We're about back in position. One thing I want to add before we get going, something that is going to be very interesting to all, The awards for all the events will happen after the Nordic Combined races on Saturday around 4:15, 4:30 in the Romic Rodeo Arena. They will not be happening tonight after the jumps.
If only somebody had said, check the tape.
We're ready.
Check the tape. Hey, we're ready up at the stars. Hey, one last thing I want to say about Taylor Fletcher. In his announcement on Instagram today about his impending retirement, the very first mention of thanks on his Instagram was to the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club Nordic Combined program.
Thank you.
From Little Vikings all the way through to the World
This is
Cup.
where it starts. 3, 4, 5 of these athletes we're watching tonight, maybe more, will be Olympians. And that is a fact.
Bib number 5, Nova Lake.
Back to action.
Van Wyck.
Nova Lake Van Wyck in the HS30 U12 female category. Jumpers, if this is your last jump, turn in that bib at the end. But here we go, Nova Lake. All right, Nova Lake through the curve and in the air. Great jump there. Nova Lake got 10.5 on her first jump.
Bib number 5, Nova Lake, 13 meters. 1.0.
Now we've got some magic happening. 10.5 on the first, 13 on the second, brings up Emma Wingard. 12.5 on the first. Here comes Emma. Emma's definitely capable of a 15-meter jump or further. Let's see what Emma's got here on this second jump. 12.5 on the first. Nice steady in-run through the curve. There we go. God, that was nice and smooth the way she came over the knoll there.
Bib number 7, Emma Wingard, 12.5 meters.
12.5 is her number tonight. 12.5 on the first, 12.5 on the second. I love the smoothness of that jump. Ellie Friedman, Lomax McCrank, and Zaina Rind are next 3 jumpers. Here comes Ellie Friedman. Oh, Ellie with another just super stylish and distinctive jump there. Well done, Ellie.
Bib number 8, Ellie Friedman, 13.5 meters. 1.3.
And there's a second jumper in a row that's hit their first round number right on the number. 13.5 on the first, 13.5 on the second.
Lomax McCrank.
Here comes Lomax McCrank from Park City, Utah. Hopefully we have some folks out in Park City joining us on the live stream. Go to sswsc.org, go to events, and then you'll find this event. Here comes Lomax. The cowbell's going to get Lomax down the hill. A little bit of arm movement, but a really nice solid jump. 13 on the first for Lomax.
Bib number 9, Lomax McCrank, 17 meters, 17.0.
Hey, this is for the Lomax McCrank fan club that's out there in large number. 13 meters on the first jump. Let me hear it for 17 meters for the second jump. Way to go, Lomax. Yeah, check out your jump here on the big screen.
We have a quick hold. We have an issue with a binding.
All right, we've
Bib
got
11.
a binding hold on the top of the hill. So a quick hold there. Zaina Rind will be our next jumper, 20 meters on her first jump. Charlotte Fleming next at 22 meters. Piper Moutet, Sadie McCrank, and Mackenzie Maynes are remaining jumpers for a second jump on the HS30 and the U12 female category. Jumpers, if you're not heading up to the 45, you've already had your shot on the 20, make sure you turn in your bib. Zaina Rind having a great Wednesday night jump just a couple of nights ago, jumped up onto this very 30 and brought herself up and onto the podium. Very
Bib
exciting.
number 11, Zaina Rind.
Now she's ready to go, the starter says. Bib number 11, Zaina Rind. Those of us that know her call her the Flying Z. It's because her first name is Zaina with a Z. Here she comes, Zaina Rind. Rock solid in run through the curve. Off the table, tips up, down the hill. Very nicely landed for Zaina Rind. 20 on the first.
Number 11, Zaina Rind, 21 meters, 21.0.
And 21 meters for her second jump. Well done, Zaina.
29, Charlotte Fleming.
Here comes Charlotte Fleming from Steamboat Springs. Bib number 29. It's going to be a very interesting podium to figure out. Again, results posted onto the shared folder a little bit later when they are available. Here comes Charlotte. Awards ceremony tomorrow afternoon after the cross-country ski races. Nordic combined ski races, excuse me. Charlotte Fleming with 22 on her first.
Fleming, 20 meters.
And 20 meters on the second. 20 on the second.
Bib number 30, Piper Moutet.
Here comes Piper Moutet. 19.5 on the first. She'll want to join the 20 club. Getting that tens digit into the next spot. Well, it's staying in the same spot, but with a one larger... Oh, I didn't say any of that right. Well done there, Piper. I didn't say it right, but you jumped it right.
Bib number 30, Piper Boutte, 17.5 meters.
Not quite getting all of that one. 17.5 meters on that jump. 19.5 on the first, 17 on the second. As the window slowly opens, Sadie McCrank next up from Park City. 23 meters. These next two jumpers each hit 23 meters, which are monster jumps for the evening. 23 meters on the first. Whoa, back down there with a really wickedly strong telemark landing for Sadie McCrank.
Bib number 31, Sadie McCrank, 22.5 meters.
22.5 meters for Sadie McCrank. 22.5.
Mackenzie Mayne.
Our last jumper, Mackenzie Maynes, with a 23-meter jump in the first. In control. Nice solid end run. In the air. Out over the front of her skis. Nice telemark landing. Nice job, Mackenzie.
Such a beautiful jumper Eminem is.
Bib number 32, Mackenzie Mayne, 22.5 meters. 2-2.
Wow.
Wow.
I love it. It's so
Oh
fun.
my gosh.
And neither one of them are slouches when it comes to style.
So, Mackenzie Mayne's
Side Vegas, our
23
next
on the
jumper.
first, 22.5 on the second. If you're keeping score at home, which we are, both Mackenzie and Sadie, 23 on the first. Both Mackenzie and Sadie, 22.5 on the second.
And there goes Cy Figas.
Big Cy Figas.
Come on, Cy.
Bib number 13, Cy Figas, 10.5 meters.
10.5 meters on that second jump for Cy Figas. Put it all into the first at 12 meters. 10.5 on the second. Well done. Give your mom your bib.
Here comes American Magic right here. Theo Gibnes. Bib number 15 throwing down one of his best jumps of the season. 17 meters on the first jump.
20. American Magic.
Man, is it going to be close. That third podium spot is going to be a dogfight.
If you're interested.
Right? Between the Flying Z and Charlotte Fleming.
Results will be posted when they're available.
And only attainable when they are available.
Guarantee you before 1:30 in the morning.
It is going to be close. Charlotte Fleming really toughing it out on that second jump. Great job tonight, Charlotte. 22 and 20.
Theo Gibnes waiting to get that song I sung out of his
Bib
head.
number 15, Theo Gibnes.
Here we go. Theo Gibnes, 17 meters on the first jump.
Flying Z coming in at a 20 and a 21 as a U10 jumper.
Here we go. Theo Gibnes.
The American Magic. Oh, yes. Coach Ellie Gibnes. Todd Gibnes.
Bib number 15, Theo Gibnes, 14.5 meters, 14.5.
We'll have to check the replay on that one
Number
here.
19.
14.5 meters for Theo Gibnes. Winston Whitten, our next jumper. Another 17-meter jumper in the first round. Let's see if we can get this guy up into the 20s. We can do it if we cheer loud enough. Winston's got it in him.
I'll tell you, I've got 2 more trips up that hill to take some videos. That's quite the workout.
Are you a little winded? What about this?
I am not winded.
What about this view right here?
I am not winded.
Hey, you got to stay ready for the race tomorrow. It's almost as if, I mean, it is humorous, but it's almost as if there's a little bit more of an inside one on that one. All right, Winston Whitten, bib 17.
Did she say something?
No, she announced the next jumper.
What did she say?
Winston Whitten.
Double W right there. Winston Whitten, bib number 19.
Bib number 19, Winston Whitten, 19.5.
Hey, attaboy, Winston. 17 meters on the
Number
first,
20, Theo Mall.
19.5 on the second.
And let's not forget a big thanks to the uphill coach, Coach Lucas Moutet, proud papa of Piper Moutet over there on the camera. Thank you so much for the live stream.
Next up, Theo Mall, 19.5 on his first jump.
It's because of you, Auntie Brenda, Omi, Zaida, Auntie Rita, and Uncle Mike can all tune into this this competition.
Hi, guys.
Bib number 20, Theo Mall, 21 meters, 2-1.
Attaboy. 19.5 on the
Big
first,
21.
21 meters on the second jump for Theo Mall.
Donovan Tolley, 22.5 meters on the first jump.
Park
Really
City
laid it
skis
down
over,
there. Changed the course of this competition on the first round. Oh, Donovan.
Not sure he got as much out of that one.
Number 21, Donovan Tully, 17 meters.
Yep, that one just
17.0.
seemed a little bit shorter than the other and confirmed by the markers. 17.5 meters on that jump for Donovan Tully.
Bib 22.
Really,
Luke
just
Matthew.
speaking to how spectacular that first jump was. Luke Matthew next up. Luke, we are your announcers.
17.0 meters.
Yeah, right, there's plenty of them.
Oh, he's underneath.
No, right here.
That whole clipboard.
Oh.
Take that.
Big shout out in Rochester, New York to Auntie Brenda. In North Miami, we've got Omi Zaida, Auntie Rita, and Uncle Mike all watching.
20 meters even.
20 meters on the nose for Luke Matthew. 20.5 on the first, 20 on the second. Great jumping for Luke
What
Matthew
a
tonight.
great night for Luke Matthew. He's going to like that. Langdon Devon, quite a story right here. Really kicking it into gear in the second half of the season. He's such a strong jumper as it is, a Nordic combined skier. Tremendous season, but the second half of the season, he's really been turning it up.
Tied for the longest jump of the evening. At 23.5 meters on his first jump. Nope, I take that back. Nico Boundary throwing down with 24 meters.
Langdon Devon.
All right, here he is. Here he's known as Langdon Devon. On the other hills, he's known as Devon Langdon. He's the same guy. Langdon Devon.
Either way, be ready down there around 24 or 25. That's
Oh
gonna be
yeah,
it.
I think we're gonna. He's looking for hill. He's looking to push that hill record, which I believe is like 27.5. I think.
Is that right?
Oh, not quite there, but he outjumped the markers.
They've got eyes. They can see it. They put somebody good down there at the bottom.
That's only if Schute's wearing his glasses on that end position over there.
Langdon Devon, 23 meters even.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a little chunk line to chief of distance there. Ike Feigus next up at 19.5. Let's get this kid 20, ladies and gentlemen.
Big Ike Feigus.
Right before he hits that table, everybody blow up the hill. Let's get Ike Feigus to 20 with a big jump down the hill. Well done, Ike. With the Park City fans kind of showing us up at the
Ike
moment.
Feigus, 18.5 meters.
18.5 meters, a great jump for Ike Feigus.
Attaboy, Ike.
Bib 36. Luke Hodge.
Luke Hodge.
If this is your second competition jump, meaning the HS20 and HS30, please hand in your bib. If you are jumping up to the HS45, let's keep your bib on.
And get on up there.
Get on up! Speaking of which,
Gotta get up to get down.
I don't hear music anymore. Do you guys?
No. Just the music of your sweet voice, Joey.
Number 36, Luke Hodge, 14.5.
14.5 meters for Luke Hodge.
Bib 39. Miles Warnke.
Here comes my guy, Miles Warnke. 5th grade student at Soda Creek Elementary School.
We love the development of this young athlete right here. Just love the development. Miles Warnke, nice and still in the air. Gets those skis down the hill.
Get me to 20.
Come on.
Get me to 20.
Come on.
Get me to 20.
Mama wants a new car.
Miles Warnke, 42.0 meters, 42.0.
Well, that's
What?
probably not right.
What?
15 meters, 19.0. 19.0.
Well, 42 would have been pretty sweet. But Miles Warnke, I think you're going to be equally happy with a
19-meter jump for Miles Warnke.
Attaboy, Miles.
Here comes Roscoe P. Coltrane
Bib
Maxwell.
40. Roscoe.
Cuckoo, coo, cuckoo, coo, coo.
There it is. You just got to turn it up now.
Okay.
Here comes Roscoe. Fire pit's going in front of the announcer's booth if you want to get warm.
Nice jump. Look at that beautiful telemark landing from Roscoe Maxwell, Park City Ski and Snowboard.
Number 40, Roscoe Maxwell, 21.5 meters.
21.5 meters for Roscoe Maxwell.
Bib 41. Levi Friedman.
How did Langdon Devon do his last one? I'm his aunt.
Hi, Aunt. 23.5 on the first and 23 on the second.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. All right, waiting on that next jumper, Levi Friedman. That kid's got springs. Ellie Friedman, his younger sister, having a spectacular season. Jumping really well tonight.
41.
Boom! Levi Friedman way down the hill that time. Nice and still in the air. Hands waving like he really, really cares.
Right back there in those early to mid-20s.
Bib number 41, Levi Friedman, 22.5 meters.
Oh, yeah. 22.5 meters for Levi Friedman. What a night. That might be the best night of jumping this year.
Caden Graham.
I would have to say Levi Friedman's best performance all season is right here and now.
At the Western
23
Regional
on the
Championships.
first, 22.5 on the second. Great job, Levi Friedman. All right.
One of your favorite ski jumpers on the hill.
Right
Caden Graham.
here, North Route Community Charter School Eagle. That's it. Caden Graham gets himself into the early 20s. Beautiful landing. Tips up high.
Number 42, Caden Graham, 21.5.
21.5 meters. Another solid night of jumping for Caden Graham.
Really, really
43,
consistent.
Arthur Keller.
Like many jumpers, his style and form is there, and once he finds a few more meters, he is definitely a factor for that
We
podium.
can see Caden on the 45 maybe. Arthur Keller next up. Arthur Keller through the curve. Nice V position for Arthur too.
Let's see if we can get something in the 20 here, Arthur. Incredible performance. Nice 5th place finish in Wednesday night jump series. Little sister Hazel right there causing a ruckus.
Sorry, flipping a page there, Joey. Bib number 43, Arthur Keller, 21 meters even, 2-1.
21 meters on the nose for Arthur Keller. What a great jump.
Arthur Keller, 21 meters. 19.5
All right.
on the first, 21 on the
Levi
second.
Low is due for a big monster jump and landing here, ladies and gentlemen. Here
All
we go.
right, here comes L to the
Levi
L.
Low.
L to the L.
Low.
L
Low.
to the L.
Here comes Levi. In the in run, rock steady through the curve, off the table, in the air. Beautiful V position, brings that landing across the line. That boy, Levi!
21.5 meters on that first jump.
Bib number 44, Levi Low, 17.5
Hey,
meters.
17.5 meters on that jump, but a great landing, pulls it across the line in great form. Well done,
Conor
Levi.
Van Overen.
Conor Van Overen next up.
All right, pretty soon we should start to see the kings and queens arrive.
I've seen them out there. They're in the house, on the way up the. Well, those might be some of our eager U12s, but I definitely have spotted some of the U14s out there. You can see the technical delegation at the bottom of the jump there, making sure things are all up to snuff, so to speak.
What a beautiful flight there from Conor Van Overen. 20 meters on the first jump.
Another jumper who's improved greatly over the course of the season.
CVO.
Bib number 45, Conor Van Overen, 21.5 meters.
Wow, what an improvement.
20 meters on the first.
26, Liam
21.5 on the second. Here he is, Liam Devong.
Here we go.
22.5 meters on the first. We're going to see him on the 45 as well.
I think everybody's crowded around behind the TV screen behind. It's a cool view, but the fire pits are rocking and rolling here. Wow, Liam, nice
Really
jump.
nice jump. Beautiful telemark landing, Liam. Park City ski and snowboard, Liam Devong. I think we're going to see 23 plus.
Bib number 46, Liam Devong, 22.5 meters.
Ay, carajo.
47, Everett Baldwin.
Liam Devong, 22.5 meters on both jumps. That's his number on this hill
There you
tonight.
go. That's it. 22.5 and 22.5. Here he is, really coming on strong in the second half of the season. Everett Baldwin, Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club. So smooth in the air.
Something
Beautiful telemark landing.
Something a little odd with the left ski in midair there, but it didn't seem to phase him at all.
23 meters on the first.
Bib number 47, Everett Baldwin, 23 meters.
That a boy, Evie.
23 meters on the second.
Bib 48, Nico Bowdry.
All right, your distance leader of the first round in this class. 24 meters on the first. Nico Bowdry.
I hear all the chatter behind me about the video. I know it's a silver sponsor night, but thanks to Cloud9 Integrated Systems for that awesome video display behind the announcer's booth showing the live stream. But Nico Bowdry.
Yeah, pushing it down the hill again. His mom, Allison, up there double duty. She's got to get the video and running some scores.
That's one to watch again on the replay for sure. Boy, they're deliberating because this is a big one.
It is. They want to make sure they get it right.
I've got the 10 spot right.
I see Ben Shute taking out the glasses.
Telescope, perhaps? Monocle.
Number 48, Nico Bowdry, 23.5 meters, 23.5.
Just a question of where one of those feet landed, apparently. 23.5 meters for Nico Bowdry. So we can see that that hill is giving right about 23, 24 meters, and that's all you're going to get.
Here you go from Park City Ski and Snowboard Club. Jack Mcfaulin, welcome to all of our friends watching in Park City, Utah.
There's Grandma and Grandpa right up there. One's on the video, one's on the camera.
Thanks for being here with us tonight.
Let's
give Jack the proper service here.
Absolutely.
Jack Mcfaulin, representing the Park City Ski and Snowboard Club in the United States of America. Down the hill for Jack.
Did a nice little jig with
look
Grandma.
At him.
Double
Did you see
fist
him right
bump.
here?
Yeah.
Might have been trying to floss on his skis there. I'm not sure. Flossing. That's pretty current.
You would know. You're a high school coach.
Fifth number 49, Jack McFaulin, 21 even.
Attaboy. Way to show this hill who's boss. 22.5 on your first jump, 21 on the second. Way to go, Jack.
All right, couple jumpers left here in this U12 male class on the HS30. In 2 jumps, we will conclude the night for the HS30. Give a little time for the markers to get over to the 45.
Was it something I said, Joey?
It was something you said.
Hey, look at that.
Wow, now that's, you know what, Ollie? OD2. That's the kind of jump we're used to seeing from you. Great job.
Keep saying coming on strong. And we also talk about how it's peaks and valleys and plateaus, right? What a peak.
23.5 meters.
Oh, no, that's a difference. OD2, 23.5 meters.
Speaking of 23.5 meters, Fritz Gamber on his first jump had 23.5. Here we go, the Honey Stinger fueled athlete coming from the top.
22.5 on the first, 23.5 on the second for OD2. Fritz Gamber, 23.5. About as pretty a jumper on this hill as we'll see. Nice job, Fritz.
That's going to be a wrap on the 30, ladies and gentlemen. Moving over to the 45. Fritz Gamber's score. Excuse me, distance. 23 even on that jump for Fritz Gamber. Hey, this is all.
We can't even guess.
This is all I'm going to say.
We can't even guess.
You are glad. The competition is glad. I have nothing to do with figuring out how this one's going to end. There are 6 or 7 different jumpers that could be on the podium tonight.
Distance-wise, you're looking at Nico Bowdry and Langdon Devon. Perhaps just a little bit ahead of the rest.
Oliver Delzell and Fritz Gamber with
right there.
Great style.
Right there. Everett Baldwin, right there. Liam Devong, right there. Caden Graham, right there. Levi Friedman, Roscoe Maxwell, right there. I mean, this should be a 6 or 7 person podium. What an event was put on by those U12 and bumped up U10 athletes. Congratulations.
On the male and female side.
Absolutely. How about that?
On the ladies' side,
let's not forget about the ladies.
Mackenzie Mayne, Sadie McCrank, Charlotte Fleming, and Zaina Rind will be fighting it out for a podium spot with great jumps by Lomax, McCrank, Piper Mute throwing down in there. All of them. Nova Lake Van Wyck, Emma Wingard, Ellie Friedman. I hope I didn't forget anybody. A superior job of jumping on the HS30. Really, really super job tonight. All right, so K-Sank unlocks the shackles just long enough to let him switch hills. Nobody coming down the hill. We'll head over to the 45. If you're into helping out a little bit and want to see the jumps up close and person on this 45, maybe particularly, we could use 1 or 2 more people to mark up there. Get those distances as close to accurate as we can. We get the wide pan shot on the small hills from the live stream. We've got a bunch of jumpers coming at you on the 45, including some we just saw on the 30. Not counting scratches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 10, or 11 jumpers on the female category, and then 2, oh my goodness, a whole start sheet plus of gentlemen, some of which I can see are going to be scratches. I don't think Soren Shepard's been joining us this year. I don't think Bodie Rhodes is here this evening, but probably 20... 5 to 30 jumpers in the U14 in our final event of the evening on the small hills. And then we'll be back here tomorrow morning for large hill action on the 75 and the 90 with cross-country Nordic combined ski racing over in the rodeo grounds starting at 2:30. So lots still to come in this Western Regional Championships hosted by the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club. It's March 4th, 2022. Thank you to our silver annual support partners this evening: Christie Sports, Colorado Event Rentals, Duckles Construction, Honey Stinger, Letson Enterprises, Nordic Excavating, Resort Group, and Truffle Pig Carl's Tavern. Thank you to our Hill crew, which includes our coaching staff, starting with Program Director Todd Wilson, Carl Denny out here this evening, Garrett Fisk, Josh Hansen, Sam House, many other coaches and staff on site as well. Thank you all so much for your help this evening on the small hills. I was wondering when I pulled in at about 4:15 or so what the night was going to hold. A pretty steady rain coming down for what didn't amount to much more than 10 minutes or so. And as my partner Joey said earlier, the rain may be actually making conditions even a little bit better now. The temperatures have dropped a little bit, and it seems like everything's super firm. No problem with the landings that was significant on the 20 or the 30, and so I think this comp on the 45, you can see the sheen and the glisten of the ice track on the 45 from my vantage point, and also in the non-rake sections right at the very top of the knoll on the 45. I think the hill is in as good a condition as it could possibly be on March 4th, 2022. So we moved the infrastructure over to that 45. We'll get our chief of distance in place. We've got markers in place.
We do, however, now have a light rain moving in right now, Mr. Miller, that will affect the speed on the in-run and a little bit on the landing. The athletes of this caliber on the 45, however, should be able to make the adjustment. It sure would be nice for the weather to hold off and for that window to still be open. We will, however, make the best of it.
But can I say...
Yes, you can.
Props to our event organizers and our starters for rifling through those rounds. I bet
they're doing a great job.
20 and 30 competitions, at least a half an hour more quick than I would have imagined they could have been. And that's exactly for the reason we're seeing now. We want to take advantage of the good weather for as long as we have. But I think the condition that these hills are in, I think as long as it stays to a light sprinkle on and off, I think the hill can handle that.
Absolutely. And it's because of all the work that's been done by the aforementioned hill crew, which are, of course, the coaches and the head coaches, the assistant coaches, the hill crew from the city, all those who help push the snow around, manipulate it, groom it, shovel it out.
Manipulate it
during the whole entire season to build up to this. And ultimately, obviously we'd like to jump as long as we can. We really need to squeeze out another couple weeks here on these hills for some training, and we'll probably call it a season. Just had a great conversation with Coach Sam Harehouse, how proud he is of his U10 athletes jumping tonight on the HS20 and HS30, culminating this competition season with an absolutely stellar performance.
And can we say congratulations to Sam as well? Is this in his first full season
as the head coach?
As a member, head coach of that crew.
Leaving his mark on the club and on these athletes for sure.
So Park City, Utah, the attention of the ski jumping and Nordic combined world turns to next week as they host a Continental Cup for, I believe, ski jumping and Nordic combined for sure, over there in Park City. And then the week after that, the North American season will wrap up in Whistler. I'll get him in there, buddy. We'll wrap up in Whistler with another Continental Cup. Many of our local athletes like Gunnar Gilbertson, Nicholas Malasinski, Taylor Fletcher, I think, is coming home to do his farewell at the Continental Cup in Park City. So a little bit more action still to come, even internationally. And then I think we go to, I got somebody in the booth who can kind of give me a wink and a nod if I'm right on this, but ski flying season in Europe is right around the corner. That's when they kind of turn off all the restrictions and get on those really big hills. You know what really I think is really cool about those hills? The wind is such a factor, and the hills are so big that they have to put wind screens up on the side because the athletes get vulnerable in that high flying position. So ski flying season not far from now either. All right, so we will see. I bet there's going to be a scratch or two along the way on the start list on both sides. I'll reconsider that. Thank you. But right now it's 15 or so athletes on the ladies' side, and boy, twice that on the men's side. This is going to be a wild and crazy competition. I really wish, as I look back on the start list for the HS30, I wish everybody could be here. I'd love to see Logan Walker jump tonight.
The Houston Hucker leaves it all out there. We probably would have seen something in that 23-24 area, all with bated breath, wondering if he was going to land it.
Is he? All right, so you were at the Western Regional Championships at the Howelsen Hill Ski Jumping Complex in beautiful
Tell me.
Steamboat Springs, Colorado. It is.
Tell me.
It is the oldest.
It is.
The oldest operating ski area in North America.
It is. And
right
also,
here in front of you.
And also it's a
public park.
It is. It's a city park, ladies and gentlemen. City of Steamboat Springs, thanks so much for all 21 of you that are left here enjoying the show.
20. Somebody just left.
Oh, no.
But
Oh, no.
they can still hear us in the parking lot. Thanks for being here. And then I think we have folks, we have lots of people watching the live stream online. If you're watching the live stream online, throw a comment in there. Let the Winter Sports Club know where you're watching from and that you appreciate it. Thank you so much to the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club for putting this on. As we thought, lots of scratches on the start list on the 45.
I'm taking over for Larry. You had to leave.
Hey, hi, how are you?
I'm good.
The courtesy is unheard of.
The lights, I'm going to give you a test right now.
The radio has not ever, in a competition of this caliber, seen such politeness on the radio, and I've been to all of them.
Oh,
And again, we have made herstory here tonight by having two doctors at the top as your starter and assistant starter working together in Dr. Michelle Linné and Dr. Jessica Devon.
In what must be almost perfect synchronicity to be pulling this event off the way we are so far.
There's no wonder it's going as smoothly as it is, and it's because of those two lovely ladies up top.
Synchronicity, that's something, the police don't get enough credit for their position as one of the best bands.
Okay. I know you're probably going to get this. Name the three band members and their instruments.
Can you run through those scratches once more?
yes.
Well, we got the no-brainer.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is?
But I gotta think of the...
29 and 30.
I could come up with... I got two of the three.
Okay, go.
Okay, judges, are you ready?
Give me the third that I'm missing.
I can give you the last name. Will that jog your memory? So you're probably thinking of Sting.
Of course, Sting.
And then Stuart Copeland.
Stuart Copeland is his given name.
Okay.
And then
No, Stuart Copeland's the drummer.
No, and so I'm short.
No, you're tall. I'm short.
You are short. I try not to mention it though.
It's Sumner.
Interesting.
Or is that Sting's real name?
Okay, for start, just let me know when they're on
There's
the
a
bar
jump.
and ready.
There's a jump.
I did
Ladies
say
and gentlemen, bib number 31, Sadie McCrank.
I don't know if it got broken up.
So that's Sadie McCrank that you just saw jump there. We'll sort some things up in the background as a steady rain, snow, mist starts to fall. That's not a mist. That's a steady rain.
All right, we'll get you. Thank you.
23.5 meters for Sadie McCrank.
Okay, thank you. We'll get you.
Mackenzie Mayne's next up on bar. Here we go. We're going with U14 action on the HS45. Sadie McCrank at 23.5 meters from Park City.
All right, we just got a phone call from the markers, Mr. Miller.
Hey, markers.
A couple names that we didn't give enough love to. Billy Gamber.
We said that was going to happen.
Yep, Billy Gamber of BAP, Big Agnes, and Honey Stinger.
Thanks, Billy, for being out there.
Thank you, Billy. That was Mackenzie Mayne's bib number 32. Spectacular comp jumps on the HS30.
24.5 meters.
24.5 meters for Mackenzie Mayne's. We mentioned at the outset we were going to miss some of the markers.
We did. And Tim Baldwin.
June Maxwell.
Oh, June Maxwell from the Park City Ski and Snowboard Club.
So we want to thank all the markers, in addition to Matt Graves, Ben Shute, Bill Gamber, Tim Baldwin, any of the other ones we've missed. Feel free to call my cell and looking for praise, just like Bill Gamber did.
Don't text Balmer. Current cell, please. Current cell. Here we go. There's a nice jump there.
June Maxwell, bib number 53, Park City Ski and Snowboard.
Number 53, June Maxwell, 16.5 meters, 16.5.
All right, and the heavy hitters. And I would be remiss right now if
54, Emma Russell on
bib number 54, Emma Russell, about 20 minutes prior to this competition was notified that she has been accepted into the Stanford Online High School. Ladies and gentlemen, Stanford University High School athlete, bib number 54, Emma Russell.
Super exciting news for Emma. Apologies to the Maxwell family. The distance for June Maxwell, 16.5 meters.
Hold it to start.
Here comes Emma Russell.
Can we get a
Nicely
thumbs
done
up?
there.
Can we get a thumbs up? Let's check that binding. Thank you.
39.5.
Her teammates very excited for her. Came down and gave us that news. We'll get to see this on the replay.
Absolutely. It was Ella Wilson and Eva Minato who came here and told us about this exciting news. I gotta say it again. Emma Russell has been accepted to the Stanford University High School online courses. Unbelievable. We're watching the replay right now, Emma.
Ella Wilson on bar.
All right, here comes Pinky.
I'll say that knowing that diminishes my excitement about someday moving over to the high school. I can't imagine being over there without a Emma over there. But here comes. Wow, that's a nice.
Another
controlled
beautiful jump.
by
Maybe
Ella
one of the hottest ski jumpers in the nation right now.
Can we-
Ella Wilson.
Can we say junior national ski jumping champion Ella Wilson?
4 medals she brought home. 4 podiums from the Junior National Championships. 4.
She knows 1 or 2 people out here on the hill.
Waiting on that distance for Ella Wilson.
It'll be worth waiting for when we see it.
Think we're going to see something close to that 40-meter mark.
Just be patient with me. My papers are soaking wet. I can't even flip the page. So, give me a second.
So the conditions at the top, much like they're at the bottom.
Eva Minato.
Wait for a
on bar.
distance for Ella Wilson. The world wants to know.
Again, what a pretty jump from Eva. It's so quiet, so under control. Brooksy, you still got a radio, bruh?
I do, man. Can you hear me?
Yep, Ella Wilson's distance coming soon, followed by Eva Minato's jump right there.
Yep, Ella Wilson's was 37.0, and Eva Minato was 34.0.
Great, and so as I was just telling my partner in crime here, I won't reveal the whole conversation, but Ella Wilson at 37 meters, Eva Minato at 34 meters.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so that could still be in
Okay,
play.
you 14 males. I have a
So
few
the landing
scratches.
again, a little tricky there. Here comes some
Bib
scratches.
33.
Yep.
Bib 34.
Might cut out there, Michelle, at bib 33.
Bib 35. Bib 37.
I wonder if bib 38's up there. We'll get there.
Start list.
Did you get that?
Yes, we did.
Okay, here comes our next jumper.
Bib 36. Go.
Bib 36, Luke Hodge. Conditions tricky at the top of the hill for our starters with the rain, with the paper and pencil.
Bib 36.
You're doing an amazing
Luke
job.
Hodge.
As I said before, Luke Hodge next up, bib number 36. Looks like Luke sliding himself out there onto that, I'm sure, wet bar. All right, gets in that familiar position, raises his hand for permission, receives it, and here, oh boy, here we go, Luke Hodge.
Okay, at the start.
All right.
We're going to be doing coach's flag. So I'll let them know when they can go to the bar. But the lights aren't working.
Little cross traffic there. We'll get you the distance for Luke Hodge.
Okay, next jumper to the bar.
39, Miles Warnke.
Luke Hodge distance on the way.
Trying. Luke Hodge, 16.5 meters, 16.5.
16.5 meters. Here comes Miles Warnke. Next jumper. Lots of coordination going on up there. The officials getting further away from the starts, getting further away from the distance, and the weather also making it a challenge. Superior job from all on the hill at the moment. When you see him come down later, and if you know him, we'll say him by name later. Let him know you appreciated it. Here it comes. Bib number 39, Miles Warnke.
Look at Miles Warnke. Competition jump off the 45, folks.
The yellow won't stay on. As soon as I push the button and let go of it, it goes back to red.
I think that's the way it works.
It was working fine with 3
Steps.
lights before,
Mr. Roboto.
but all of a sudden it quit.
Wow.
Oh, you have to go back and hit red. It resets it, I think. Try it.
Miles Warnke with a great jump.
Yellow light is on. Bib 40,
Miles Warnke's distance.
Roscoe Maxwell on bar.
Roscoe Maxwell, your next jumper. Miles
Number
Warnke's
39, Miles Warnke, 18.5 meters.
Oh,
18.5
yes.
meters. Well done. Here we go. Here comes
Absolutely.
Roscoe.
Roscoe Maxwell, Park
Maxwell.
City Ski and Snowboard.
Prioritizing the telly there. Definitely got it down. Brother, I bet, of June Maxwell.
No doubt. Cuckoo.
I liked that show. I don't think I was
Bib number
supposed to say that.
39,
I really did too.
Sorry about that. Bib number 40, Roscoe Maxwell, 26 meters, 260.
Nice jump for Roscoe Maxwell. 26 meters on a long jump in the male
I
category.
will, however, say that my favorite character was Daisy Duke, Catherine Bach.
Imagine that. She's from South Dakota.
Can you guess why?
She's from Rapid City.
I'll give you one guess.
Let me think. Her shoes. She wore nice shoes in that show. Kind of a.
It was always the
rise,
shoes.
Open toe shoe. Here
It
comes
was
Levi
always the
Friedman,
shoes.
number 41.
Kids got springs. Look at that. What a great job. First competition jump on the HS45 for some of these athletes.
Bib number 41, Levi Friedman, 23 meters, 230.
23 meters for Levi Friedman. We'll see more on that second jump. I have no doubt as they get used to this hill.
Now in sports, the weather is always the great equalizer, folks, and all of a sudden with this little drizzle, it's going to slow down the track, slow down the
There's no
in-run.
yellow light, just letting you know.
Little bit different.
Waiting on judges, I'll let you know.
Thank you.
Gonna be honest with you. Earlier, I don't know if it's still persisting. It was more close to a steady rain, Joey. We called it a mist, trying to keep up.
Made it a mist.
All right.
Bib number 42, Caden Graham, I believe.
Bib 42,
Also
Caden
his
Graham
first
on
competition
bar.
jump on the HS45. Second year U12 here at Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club. Here comes Caden. Both his parents heavily involved in the program. Laura in the booth over there at the Olympian Hall doing calculations and helping. Dad over here, chief of distance. Grandma sewing up suits. Caden Graham
jump.
tips up high. Nice
Doesn't
job.
matter where the tails come down, it matters where the feet. You got a couple more meters out of that. Caden Graham, Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club.
Bib number 42,
42.
Caden Graham, 25.5
25.5 meters.
Oh, he's going to
25.5
like
meters.
that. And I think he's going to be more comfortable on that second jump.
Arthur Keller next up.
Bib 43, Arthur Keller on bar.
What's her name? I'll get there. Here we go. Next up on the in-run, Arthur Keller.
Nice job, Arthur. Also his first competition jump off the HS45. Hey, feel free to build up that fire over there, Mr. Fireman.
Bib number 43, Arthur Keller, 21.5 meters, 21.5.
21.5 meters for Arthur Keller.
Kate Friedman also up there helping us out.
Bib
Kate
44,
Friedman.
Levi Lowe
Find
on
her
bar.
cookbook online.
Thank
Type in-
you.
type in-
Thank you,
type in
Kate.
Kate Friedman Vegan
The
cookbook. You're gonna find it. It's a great little book.
Amazon?
think Amazon works great.
Yeah.
Available locally, I bet, at some
Kate.
finer retailers. And I bet
Thank
if
you,
talk,
Kate.
I bet if you talk to Kate, she's probably got a box in the garage too.
Anybody else up there? We've got Tim Baldwin. We've got Billy Gamber. Now Kate Friedman as the add-ons.
All right, there's a good-looking jump there from bib number 44, Levi Lowe.
L to the L, Levi Lowe.
Bib number 44, Levi Lowe, 23 meters, 23.
I'll say 23 meters puts Levi Lowe in the hunt.
Conor Van Overen, bib number 45, should be up next.
Bib 45 is a scratch.
It's always when you say it, Joey.
46 is Liam
Liam Devong next up on the bar from Park City, Utah. Liam Devong. Come on down. You're going to see a great V position in flight here, I bet, based on what I saw in the 30. Liam Devong, there it is. Beautiful V position. Great
Really nice jump. And he wasn't kidding about being a little bit more comfortable on those bigger jumps.
Bib number 46, Liam Devon, 30 meters even.
There it is. First jumper of the day to hit that 30-meter mark. Liam Devong. And I'd be remiss if I didn't say his dad, Billy, right now in charge of USA Nordic and also one of the most decorated Nordic combined skiers in the history of the United States.
Here comes Everett Baldwin. Let's see if he can continue his crushing it ways.
It's boring.
Yeah, it's raining pretty steady now. We're keeping good spirits, though.
All right.
Arthur Keller was 21.5 meters. Levi Lowe, 23.
Beautiful.
Hang
Jumper
on, Abby.
down, hold the hill. What a beautiful telemark landing.
I wonder, same thing that happened to Emma Russell maybe there? We'll see on the replay. You can even see on the replay the steady rain now. And I don't think the rain influenced that jump.
Everett Baldwin, 25.
25.5 meters, a big jump for Everett. He's going to bounce right up. Everett Baldwin made of rubber. Maybe had a little bit of a bounce down the end run, not sure, or the outrun, excuse me, not sure. We'll see here on the replay in just a
Hold
sec.
on the hill. Hold
All right,
on the hill.
Here comes Coach Josh Hansen. Safety is the most important. The good news is that Everett is standing up under his own power. Please, ladies and gentlemen, if you're out there standing in the rain, you've come this far, make a ton of noise for Everett Baldwin as he comes up.
Oh, yeah, Evie!
One of our favorite jumpers. I definitely hear the kids giving Everett the love. Thank you, kids, for leading us in that way. Yeah, and then the same thing. Maybe his weight just came off the center of the ski and just got in there. I think that'll put a little bit of a shortage in your breath there. But Everett Baldwin gets up, working his way off, maybe holding his shoulder or his arm there a little bit. He's in good care with his folks there, that's for sure. Big round of applause for one of my favorite kids out here tonight, Everett Baldwin. What we can do to get the applause, here we go. So Everett Baldwin, it was a big jump, 25.5 meters, 25.5 meters.
Okay.
Well done, Everett.
Bib 48, Nico Bowdry.
A lot of experience on this hill right here for this second year U12. Nico Bowdry competed the whole Wednesday night jump series on this hill, the HS 45. He's no stranger to it. Bib number 48, Nico Bowdry.
Wednesday night starter, Chad Bowdry, maybe attending to hockey duties this weekend, who knows?
As a matter of fact, he is with younger son
Bib
Cooper.
49 is a scratch.
Really?
Bib number 48, Nico Bowdry, 29 meters.
29 meters for Nico Bowdry.
All right, here he is. One of the most excited
Bib
jumpers.
50, Oliver Delzell.
Bib number 50, OD2, Oliver Delzell, ahead of me currently in the mullet standings, having given mine up yesterday. He holding on to his. OD2, nice looking jump. He is a first-year U12, ladies and gentlemen. 10 years old.
Bib number 50, Oliver Delzell, 28.5 meters, 28.5.
28.5 meters for OD2. Older brother, Oscar, OD1.
51.
Will be jumping here in a few jumpers.
Gamber on bar.
All right, another second-year U12 athlete right now. Fritz Gamber. BAP, Big Agnes.
Look at Everett. Put his face in it. Put his face in it. Yeah. All right, there you go. Nice jump.
And Honey Stinger, of course. Fritz Gamber. Dad Billy Gamber over there with the markers.
Bib number 51, Fritz Gamber, 21.5 meters, 21.5.
21.5 meters.
If you catch Bill Gamber on his way down, he'll tell you which of the BAP jackets is working best for him in this rain right now.
Luke Miller.
Logan Cadman from the Park City Ski and Snowboard Club. Bib number 57. He'll be up next, followed by Charlie Gunn, Luke Miller, Oscar Delzell, OD1, Ridge Barnes, Sawyer Graves, and Austin Johnson.
Check this bib before you say a name. 57.
That was Logan Cadman. Bib number 57. Nice job, Logan.
Bib number 57, Logan Cadman, 30 meters, 30.0.
Second jump of the evening to hit
Charlie Gunn
30
on bar.
meters. Here we go, Charlie Gunn, bib number 58, coming out on the bar. Had his best Wednesday night jump of the season here this past Wednesday. Look at Charlie get down the hill, nice and solid.
Charlie
Good telemark. He knows he can get more distance. It's tough in the rain.
Number 58, Charlie Gunn,
Don't fool with us, Brooks.
32.5.
32.5 meters for Charlie Gunn. Well done, Charlie. Let me look back. Is that the long jump of the round?
That is the long jump of the round currently. 32.5 meters. We will probably see jump distances a little shy of what we might expect. There she is, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Jessica Devon coming down from the top right there.
She's begging for your attention.
Part of herstory tonight, Dr. Jessica Devon.
Leaves Dr. Michelle Linné, the lone warrior.
Solo, the lone wolf, Dr. Michelle Linné up top. We sent her a fresh start list. Hopefully that helps.
I doubt it. It's pretty steady rain for sure.
Bib 59, Luke Miller on bar.
59, Luke Miller on bar from Park City. Here comes Luke Miller. Let's make a bunch of noise for our guest, Luke Miller.
He's got the yellow light right now. There it is, goes green. Green means go.
But only when the coach says. Here he goes. That's a really nice looking jump there for Luke Miller from Park City, Utah.
Getting those tips up.
All right. We're getting some extra start lists.
Luke Miller, 24.5.
24.5 meters for Luke Miller. We need the moisture, no doubt. But I will say this is the first time I've stood in this booth and heard the pitter patter of the rain.
It could have waited till 9. Could have waited till 9. OD1 right here. Oscar Delzell. Tremendous season from this young jumper right here. Bib number 60. Huge growth and development. Here's Oscar.
I knew him when.
Boy.
I knew him when.
Beautiful telemark landing right there from Oscar. Come watch your jump behind us here, Oscar.
Number 60, Oscar Delzell, 30 meters even, 3.
All-weather TV, I'm sure. Oh. 30 meters for Oscar Delzell. 30 meters puts him in the hunt for sure after the first round of jumping.
1, Ridge Barnes on bar.
Ridge Barnes followed by Sawyer Graves and Austin Johnson.
All right, here we go. We're about to see some heavy hitters here, folks. Ridge Barnes, Sawyer Graves, Austin Johnson, Ethan Maines, Augie Repke, Owen Park, Nathan Rinn, Jackson Shute, and Arthur Tyrone. That's what we got left for the first round here.
Number 61, Rich Barnes, 32 meters even, 32.0.
Again, we're going to see some of these distances coming down tonight. Little bit of a difficult situation.
Sawyer Graves on bar.
Right
This will
here,
be a telling jump.
I was going to say, this jumper right here will show us what the weather's doing.
I don't know if is it thinking about converting into snow, or looks like just a steady rain to me, ladies and gentlemen.
Soy sauce, Sawyer Graves.
Boy, Sawyer. Safely down with a nice distance to boot.
Bid number 62, Sawyer Graves, 34 even.
I think Matt Graves up there marking for us this evening.
Matt Graves is there. And ladies and gentlemen, that does tell the story right there. Sawyer Graves with a 34-meter jump right there. That says it all.
Bib 63, Austin Johnson on bar.
Not quite sure what bar we're hitting right now, but Sawyer jumped a 45-meter jump on Wednesday.
It's possible they may be modifying the bar to just work on the conditions, keep it safe. Here we go. That's a nice jump for Austin Johnson. Beautiful telemark.
Another
jump.
beautiful jumper right there from Austin Johnson.
Hands over his head. What the heck, I think I heard, I hope.
63, Austin Johnson, 34.5 meters.
Oh boy. But you know what? It doesn't matter what the numbers are, as long as they're close. We've got a competition. Austin Johnson, 34.5 meters. Next up, Ethan Mayne's bib number 64.
Here comes the Flying Hawaiian, bib number 64, Ethan Maynes.
We'll get a man on the street weather report here in just a second.
Ethan, beautiful looking jump. Again, little short on distance, but not for anything that he's done or not done.
Very difficult conditions for the jumpers and our volunteer staff out on the hill.
Can't thank these markers enough, the starters, all of the volunteers who have stood outside this entire competition.
Thanks to our coaches for keeping things safe out there. We'll bring you Ethan Mayne's distance in just a second. As soon as we have it.
My pages are sticking together.
Yep.
64, Ethan Mayne, 30 even.
30 meters even for Ethan Maynes, and there was Augie Repke. Now it's turning into snow a little bit. Augie Repke with a nice jump there. Difficult to get in conditions for everybody, from the jumpers to the volunteers to the staff.
Augie Repke, 28 meters.
28 meters for Augie to keep him in the hunt.
66, Owen Park on bar.
Owen Park, the man in the golden helmet. We didn't get a chance to see Owen on Wednesday night, but here he is live and in action for you on live stream worldwide. Here comes Owen Park. Nice jump, beautiful telemark landing there for Owen. He looks back behind him to that right ski. Not sure what he
Bib number 66, Owen Park, 27.5
felt
meters.
or saw there, but a 27.5 meter jump for Owen Park, bringing up Nathan Rind, bib number 67, in a now driving snow, slightly south to north perhaps.
Bib 67, Nathan Rind on bar.
Maybe that's east to west. All right, Nathan Rind, waiting for the okay from his coach, gets it, thinks about it for a second, and then goes through the curve, in flight. Nice telemark landing for Nathan Rind.
Bib number 67, Nathan Rind, 30 meters even, 30.0.
Distance on that one, 30 meters, right on the nose. 30 meters for Nathan Rind. In very difficult conditions. Two jumpers left. Jackson Chute, bib number 68, and Arthur Tyrone, bib number 69.
On bar.
Here comes Jackson Chute. Bib number 68. Now watch Jackson Chute, very powerful, very, I don't know, maybe primal evenish jumper who's gained a lot of control over his jumping in the last couple of years through the curve, into the air. Yeah, and he says shucks as he comes down across the fall line, falling a little bit. Lookers left to right as he came through there.
Jackson Chute, 26 even.
26 even on that jump, 26 meters for Jackson Chute.
Last jumper of this round, bib 69,
Arthur Tyrone, the student, on the bar. Won't let the weather cause him to flinch a bit. He's been here, he's done this.
He has studied these conditions like he studied everything else. Big pop. He's going to be just over that 30-meter mark. It's hard not to be disappointed, but seriously, nothing you can do.
Yes, hello?
They're a bar 10.
Maybe they can wait. That's fine. We'll bring you Arthur's distance in just a second. A lot of chatter on the radio.
Yes, there's a bar 10. Alright, great, thank you.
Brooks Graham's doing all he can to bring us the distance, but a lot of chatter on the radio there.
30.5 meters.
30.5 meters for the student, Arthur Tyrone. So, on the boys' side,
Talk to me about Gates.
the podium is still a super close conversation, but Austin Johnson, Sawyer Graves, Rich Barnes, Charlie Gunn in the leader's seat at the moment, I would say. Oscar Delzell, Nathan Rind, Logan Cadman, Nico Bowdry, Liam Devong not far behind, and a cast of others as my name scrolls across here as the snow intensifies here at Howelsen Hill in Steamboat Springs, Colorado. You are at the Western Regional Championships, or at home watching the Western Regional Championships. Hello in both Florida and New York. To our
Just to let you know, bib number 48,
listeners.
Nico Bowdry, his clips aren't staying in his boots, so Josh is getting him new boots. Is it okay if we send them at the end?
The technical delegate
Yeah, we can do that.
figuring out, making
Thank you
sure
so
that the hill doesn't need any work. There we go, and we have it now. I see somebody out on the, maybe that was Carl Denny asking if he could go out there. It could be somebody else cleaning out those tracks. We're going to want to get the jumpers up there, I'm going to guess, relatively quickly in order. Particularly the ladies should probably be on their way up or there, because as soon as they decide to let this second round go, we're not going to want to have many delays, I wouldn't think, Joey.
I guess the first jump.
What tough conditions. I think that they're still going to even debate what we might do with this second round.
The snow definitely building.
Tell the judges we're gonna go
Building up
as quick as
fast.
we can.
All right.
So be on your toes. Let me know when you need to stop.
If you are a jumper, if you're a jumper on the HS45, this is your call. Get up that magic carpet. This is going to be a lightning fast round while we can get these conditions as stable and fair as we can. If you're an HS45 jumper, get on up so you can come on down. The call comes from our delegation. If you miss your spot, you miss your spot. We're going quick. All right, so here we go. Our first jumper coming out onto the bar.
Sadie McCrank,
Sorry, my papers are sticking together.
bib number 31, Sadie McCrank.
Number 30.
Yep. I can only imagine, Joey, honestly, can only imagine how difficult it is out there for our starter and for our distance markers and the competition crew. Not to mention the competitors themselves.
Hey Michelle, let us help you down here. We'll go ahead and make the announcement of the next jumper right as the previous jumper goes.
Okay.
So Sadie McCrank should be next up on the bar, followed by Mackenzie Maines and June Maxwell. Our first three jumpers. The paper start list literally disintegrating on the hill in this weather, so we'll try and keep rattling names off here and
The drum's gonna go, guys.
and get things
We're not moving too fast right now.
get things going.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Let's get everybody lined up as quick as we can. We gotta keep moving as fast as we can.
Yep, a lot of appropriate concern on the part of all involved to get this thing rocking and rolling so that it's a fair and safe competition. Looks like, I'm going to guess the weather conditions are going to stabilize here for the next hour where we're at now. But as that snow falls and accumulates in the track,
31, Sadie
it gets
McCrank
tricky.
on
Here we go,
bar.
Sadie McCrank, bib number 1, next up from Park City Ski and Snowboard Club. Let's make a bunch of noise in this great snow to Sadie McCrank.
Here she comes, bib number 31. Next up, bib number 32, Mackenzie Maines.
Okay, we're gonna cancel this round. It's sticking way too much in the end run.
Hold on, wait.
All right, nobody move.
Wait, stop.
Nobody move.
Asking for permission to announce that from the announcer's booth.
sorry that have the jumpers locked down. And,
Yep. So that's official,
That's
ladies
it,
and gentlemen.
ladies and gentlemen.
The snow, the conditions, just coming down a little too fast, a little too hard for the Hill crew, despite their valiant efforts.
This
to maintain.
round has been canceled.
Couple of the jumpers.
I would be lying if I said that the jumpers down here were in mass disappointed. I think disappointment circulating among the competitors.
Any jumpers at the top of the hill have got to walk down. All jumpers, all volunteers, please get down. Coaches, everyone try to get down safely. This round has been canceled.
All right, so we're going to take a deep breath. I think we can kind of let the radio go for a little bit. Let's let you know where we're at and what's going on. You are in Steamboat Springs, Colorado on a, I don't know, poorly timed winter evening. So there is the call too, I think, from the chief of comp. If you are a skier and you can get to the landing hill, the permission is for you to get your skis on the landing hill and ride out the outrun. Maybe a coach will hang tight to direct that traffic.
Skiing down the landing hill is okay, only with coach supervision,
Do you want me
please.
to unplug the light up top?
All right, Western Regional Championships, a foreshortened Western Regional Championships here at the Steamboat Winter Sports Club. It is a winter sport. It's March 4th, 2022. Thank you to our technical delegate keeping things safe up there, Paul Andrews, Larry Glick, and Scott Clayton. Thank you also to our
great job up
judges
there hanging
this
tight.
evening, Mick O'Hara, Sally Wither, Scott Clayton, Alyssa Maines, Glenn Jones. She's always so nice about that. And so thank you to all of those.